pose, like position.
We're live. It happened. Bam.
Hi, everyone.
More on time than usual. And as you can see, Jeff's got the little boy right here. There's a little tPancake.
Mm-hmm.
You can see his cone. You can see all the stink he's already leaked into the cone.
Oh,
that's tPancake stink.
you're supposed to watch him.
Hang on. I'm trying to.
You're okay, buddy. Ow. Oh, God.
You okay?
Got the nipple.
He's being a little you. Oh, he's going to try out the new Surface. No, he's not. He's being his regular self. Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to this.
Our new life.
Our new setup, our new world, our new everything. We streamed from here on Thursday, but as you notice, the giant heap behind us is now gone. That table that was under it is now gone. It's been replaced.
I was so drunk. I forgot Thursday happened. Some people here may or may not remember it. We got a Techi-san, ISR here, John 42, Rokuts, K-John, boom. And we've got Manuel. That's a character from the tip.
Dr. Coffinails, Grand Moff Inquisitor, Blue Watcher, the James Baker.
Dude, Blue Watcher has been one of our most long listeners.
Yeah.
That dude's been around forever. He follows us on every platform. What up, Blue Watcher? It's usually the first dude to every show, too.
Nice. And then Eric, Jerry Maldonado Herrera is here, as well as Sweet Pea and Anthony Scioli. And Nermal in New York.
And I don't know what the rest says.
I don't know.
Beth's here.
I know Beth. Beth has a new kitty. She was just telling me earlier that the new kitty is a litter box roller, so it requires a decent amount of bathing. Glad none of ours have that habit.
Didn't I give you that compliment many times about how these cats smell nice? Like they don't stink.
They do not. They're nice smelling babies. So.
Did somebody say I was getting my nipple pierced by the cat?
There we go. It's kind of looked like what happened there a second ago.
Oh.
So, let me get in here, see how many impressions of the like button we have. I did save those changes. That's a good thing. So as you guys may or may not have known, well, we'll get to all this. All these things in time. We'll work in succession here. All right. So I'm waiting for these things.
YouTube's been acting weird lately.
It has been slow and dumb. All right. But anyway, so welcome to everyone who's watching. Please press the like button. If you are, here and stuff. And 007 Cloud, Leviathan is just here for the kitty. Is this kitty okay? Oh, yes. We'll get to that. I'll read the super chat and we'll tell you everything about the kitty that you want to know. 007 Cloud says they're going to be a watch party for the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
Yes, sir, there is. Quarterback Garrett has expressed interest every time he's been on the show. That's why I made it public this time, because I didn't want to put him on the spot the first time and make him commit to something. But it's cool. He's a fan of the show. And he said something really cool to me today, if I may, just for a second. Remember how I always say to you, it's so cool that people you like watch your show? He said, yeah, and the same things was true with you. I was like, oh, shit, that's kind of cool to hear somebody that works on, big, mainstream show to say that to me. I'm like, cool, it just felt good.
That's nice.
But to answer your question, 007 Cloud, yes, it's going to be a drunk watch party, TMNT. I want to try to work it out. Remember, it's got to work for Quarterback Garrett and Tom, as well as Kendo, because those are the three biggest Ninja Turtle fans that I know. And I want to bring the WCBS guys more with the High Council to the point where people, when you think the High Council and you think the Fandom Menace, you also think those guys, not just me.
So, Kitty. Sorry. So, for those who have not been able to follow the excitement in Kittyland, two cats went in on Saturday for a checkup. One was Lando, who we were previously talking about as potentially needing more bladder surgery and having some bladder issues. Fortunately, it looks like we're doing well on the Lando front, but tPancake went in, and that was supposed to be just his, checking to make sure the ear infection is gone. It was, but because it was gone, the doctor was able to see the gigantic polyp that was causing these frequent and repeated ear infections. So, cat polyps in the ears of cats is very common, especially young cats. These guys are young. And so they need to essentially surgically yank it out. It sounded gross. It sounded gigantic. It sounded
scary because you were, Jesse, loves this cat like a child, and rightly so. It's our little boy tPancake. But the doctor said there was a small percentage that this thing could have been cancerous. So Jessie, being the mother that she is, instantly honed in on that one word.
That's not it. That's honestly not what I was worried about. I'm just honestly just anytime an animal needs anesthesia, anytime a person needs anesthesia, there is a risk involved. There's inherent risk involved that you may not wake up from that process.
Oh, I know.
And so anytime, and especially I'm thinking tPancake, I'm thinking he's so bitty. I'm thinking,
maybe why won't he grow and all this
but
stuff.
I'm thinking, yeah, if this is part of why he hasn't grown, if he's malnourished or anything like that, if he hasn't been, it's not as strong and in as good health, if he's just had this infection, if there's still some lingering infection going on, all of these things can be risk factors going into a surgical procedure.
At the end of the day, thankfully, though,
everything was fine. And
the reason I seem so nonchalant, folks, not because I don't care, but because I've had a myriad of ear surgeries. We always joked about, that's where I get my stink ear from and stuff. But I've gone and had multiple ear surgeries, tubes, other things, repairing the holes that never healed. So I always have a special spot for the tPancake stink ear stuff. But also, I've been under anesthesia multiple times as a child for ear surgery. So that's why I was just kind of like, yes, your stuff weighed and all these other things. But at the end of the day, I'm like, he's just going in for an ear surgery.
I know, but I was so worried about him. And
did I not tell you as soon as he got back? I was concerned too.
We were both very worried.
I told my mom about this. She was like, tPancake could be fine.
So the thing with ear polyps, unfortunately, is they come with them, because the thing about them, and we were learning more about this too, his was attached close to the eardrum, and so there's only so much cutting they can do in there going into the ear canal, because there are a lot of nerves, a lot of the oral nerves are in there, and then there's of course the risk of puncturing the eardrum. So essentially, so the polyp, it's a mass that grows typically on a stalk and has a mushroom top, and this, I guess, was attached at another part in his ear too. That's what was probably causing all the super frequent discharge. And so he was able to pull it out of that one piece and then get this big part and then see where it was attached inside, and he yanked that out basically. But the thing about yanking the polyp out is it can leave part of the root still attached to the skin. So they cauterize the wound to stop the bleeding and also to hopefully kill any of the root that's left. But if they can't get all the root, and the thing is, it's also just because it's such a small opening that they're working in, it's impossible for them to tell during that process if they've actually gotten everything or not. So some of that we may be able to tell. I don't know how much we'll be able to see, but we may be able to tell on a repeat, follow-up visit, or it may be just a wait and see to see if it regrows or not. And so hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully they got all of it. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But unfortunately, if they didn't get all of it, I read somewhere that there's like an 80% chance that it regrows if they don't get it all. So if that happens, the procedure they do then is they actually have to cut open the base of the ear and essentially peel open the scalp and go in from the outside to the ear canal so where they can actually, get around all the nerves and scrape the root of the polyp out. And then that's obviously a much more invasive procedure, probably involves some sort of stitches or suture, some sort of suturing to do that up. And that surgery would be up to, 2.5 times what this one cost, which was already a lot. And then it would beat Lando for the most money I've ever spent in a single day on a cat. Lando had bladder surgery a few years ago. So to answer K. John Boom's question, I don't have pet insurance. When I got these two littles, I thought, I've gone through the bladder surgery and shit with Lando. Maybe I should get pet insurance for these two just in case. It's 2 new cats. The odds of something cropping up at some point that I'm eventually going to want, coverage for could be high. So I'm going to look at this pet insurance thing. I think I'm going to do it. And my mom said, don't do pet insurance. Everything I heard says you don't get your value from it and blah, 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 blah. And on she talked me out of fucking doing it. Fucking $2,000 later, here we are with tPancake. So no K. John Boom, unfortunately. I don't have pet insurance. And it's funny, if you look at the Humane Society website, they have a whole section if you're having trouble paying for it, one of the number one things it recommends you do, crowdfund. So there is a GoFundMe link. It's in the description. I actually, some of you may remember, I made a GoFundMe for Lando. This is the same GoFundMe. It was still up trying to collect money for Lando's care. And it's just been rewritten to include tPancake's care now too. So I laugh to keep from crying. Movie All Corrections AK, we just did the full, we'll do later on since this is, a big check-in stream every here, and then I'll go through the, everything for those who are joining us. But,
I like John 42.
But tPancake's getting better, and here's the GoFundMe link. If you are able to share it, with anyone, that's incredible. If you're able to give, even more incredible. But it's and if we end up, if we end up over what we need, Kendo of World Class Bullshit has already alerted me this great charity called For the Love of Alex. So they're a charity specifically designed to provide funds to pets in need, in need of care, where the cost exceeds what the owners are capable of doing. And
The link isn't working, they said.
Can't get the link to work. Poops.
Aw.
If it doesn't click from there, you should be able to copy and paste it out of the chat too, if it doesn't click from there. But then I don't like that it doesn't give me the extended link, because I have it. Well, here's one way to do it. I can get the extended link like this real quick. Let's see if I can post it. So let's see. I have Sauron's cat needs a new car. Well, if we raise more than what we need for tPancake's for this surgery and the potential second surgery, we'll get your cat a new car.
What do you think tPancake would drive if he could?
Something really fast, very maneuverable, probably a convertible.
So like that Lamborghini we saw at the grocery store?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Now, what about Han?
Oh, Spush. Han needs something indestructible. Han would drive a Hummer.
I was going to say Han is a Hummer out of gas.
No, Han would drive a Humvee. Han would drive like a fully military-equipped Humvee.
Out of gas.
That is out of gas that he is pushing.
No, he just sees
push. And he just rocks back and forth to make it slowly move. He just goes. He jumps. He flings himself against the front of it.
He thinks that's how cars drive.
Oh, spook! She just jumps against the windshield to make it move.
Actually, it should be a Humvee full of gas and in the right gear. And he just keeps jumping.
Let's push.
What about Lando and Jane?
My car is a jet fighter.
Lando, let's be honest, buddy. You seem like you drive a Jetta.
Your car is a wagon, just like a little red wagon.
Did I ever tell you about the dick wagon story? It's hilarious. It's not as weird as you'd think. I'm working at a comic convention, and so this kid goes, "Hey, mister, do you know the difference between a dick and a wagon?" I go, "No." He goes, "You can ride them both." This is like a kid in high school, it wasn't like a little kid. And I go, and I kind of look at him and I go, "That's right, you can." And so when he would walk by, I'd say, "Damn, there's that dick wagon kid." And so he heard me, and he comes back over, and he followed me on social media and friended me for 6 years. We're still Facebook friends. But I will see him out at the mall and shit. The one time I didn't, because usually I'll see him oh, it's the Jack Wagon kid and stuff, because he comes up to me all the time. But the one time I saw him at the mall with this girl, I thought it was his girlfriend. Hey man, what's up? Because I know his name, and shook his hand and stuff. And he looked at me. He was waiting for me to say that line to him.
Yeah.
But I was like, now's not the time. So I hope I actually never see him again, because our experience has arced. It's perfect.
It's culminated.
Yeah.
It's we've had our moment, we've had our time in the sun, and now I've passed the torch on to you. You're a man now.
The weird part is he looks like he could be related to me.
It's your secret little brother from another mother.
We might have said that at the convention. That's why he was at the table, because security was giving him shit.
Guys, thanks to everyone who's here, and thanks for all of your oppressions of the like button. Keep it oppressing. Keep it oppressing. Because we like oppression.
Blue Watcher, you're correct. That is a Jurassic Park 25. poster.
Oh yeah. Fun fact, guys. This is still on the table. It'll never happen. Oh yeah. Oh, this is so great. People couldn't see this for a long time. This used to be in my old background. Everyone loved it. Everyone loved the shit out of that poster. And we haven't been able to see it for a while, so now it'll be in the background of the live stream. So this poster was an exclusive 25th anniversary Jurassic Park poster that I got for free as a Universal giveaway. It's now worth like over $100, apparently. Fun fact, I went to the Universal 25th anniversary Jurassic Park celebration 2 nights in a row. So I got 2 free Jurassic Park posters. The other one is sitting in the plastic in the corner of this home, waiting for its new owner. Now, this owner is going to come again for free when my channel reaches 50,000 subscribers. Now, that shit was supposed to happen like last year. YouTube had other plans, so we've actually been going the wrong direction lately, which is hilarious to me now because now I just get to keep this extra, very valuable Jurassic Park poster forever. So there's your impetus. There is your fuck altruism. There is your entirely self-interested reason to get my channel to grow again, is because you could be that person who wins the Jurassic Park poster, the exclusive 25th anniversary poster, when I hit 50,000K. So you want to get YouTube to unshadow ban me? That was funny, guys. If you guys are familiar with Pitmaster Broda, if you're not, hell of a funny dude. He started out, he was just this Yoda puppet on Twitter, and he had this funny little voice, and he had these funny little takes, and he trolled everyone, you know? So it was like, it was great because he always, he would say things like he'd rag on me on sometimes in a tweet. Other times what he would say would be like propping me up. It would just depend on whatever. I appreciate it. I was like, it's for the joke. You know, he's a comedian. It's for the sake of the joke. And I appreciated that. He's expanded onto other platforms and got onto Twitter, got up to 50K. He's got a huge, YouTube 50K because he's got a huge Twitter following. And he put up a tweet about how fun it is to be shadow banned and how unique he must be, you know, going up and down a couple subs to stay at stasis for a month. And I was like, welcome to the club, bro. That was a year. A year. Where literally I was probably within 50,000 or 50, within 50 subs. You know, we're never outside of that fluctuation range for a year. And then they just started going down completely, entirely, forever. So, also, yes, Mouse Rat. Mouse Rat is the best. Oh, it's the Peaches Cecil mouse.
Oh, I know. I was just laughing at talking about Peaceful. We've spent so much time talking to Anna lately.
We have too much. Never too much Anna.
Never too much Anna.
So let's hit a few of these wonderful super chats. I believe this was the next one from Atechi-san, which is perfect. You see, it was the very last chat I can access. Scoopity doop, scoop de poop, de doop, scoopity poopty, scoopty poopty. There you go. Thank you, Atechi-san, for the poopties, the scoopity poopities.
That's our new band name. We're the Scoobity Poopities.
The Scoobity Poopities. Not as good as Mouse Rat, but
I agree.
Fat Steven Seagal beat up Google says, "Can we get you two as guests on the lunch table?" What is the lunch table?
Yeah, I've never heard of it until right now.
But probably, we like being guests.
Can we
feel special?
Be together and eat? Because if we're on a show called The Lunch Table, having lunch together, I can't think of a reason why we would say no.
That's true. So as long as we can be on it at the same time. And we can also be eating, because if it's lunchtime, we should be eting.
You don't even have to provide us with a meal.
Yeah, we'll provide our own food. That's fine.
Yeah,
as long as we can be eating and together, we're down. That's pretty much... Those are only required. You know, some people want... like Ozzy Osbourne wants the fucking skin peeled off his grapes and shit. We just want to be together and eating.
Yeah.
That's it. And then you can book us. Done.
Down the road, when people are like, you know, bringing us into this, should be like, all right, here's our rider and our contract. It's like really like oddly basic stuff. They're like, Jeff really likes strawberries with no stems on them. So there's just like a bowl of them. They're like, cool, strawberries.
Regular strawberries.
Like 20, we basically have like hit them up for like $30 in inconvenience. It's like, I would really like some Parmesan crisps.
Like really easy things to find too. So it's like not that it may give an inconvenience at all. Like literally any place would have one. Like I need exactly one can of regular sugar Coca-Cola.
Oh, I should be.
You want to come up now? Come here.
I want to have something really stupid in it, like I want Linda Carter's autograph, but it's got to be on something specific. Like I want Linda Carter's autograph on a 1999 issue of Spider-Man. So make sure they like have to like look to do it, because that'd be the fun part with a crazy writer like that. Would just be to straight up put stupid shit. I know it's to make sure they read it, but I would want like just easy to acquire stuff that would just take them a little longer than they're comfortable with.
You know what's funny? You know, I say everything they say in this channel's canon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just said our booking fee is us together eating, and they can book us if they want to. So I'm waiting for years down the line when that one super diehard fan comes up to us and just plays us successive clips of me saying everything that happens on the channel is canon, and then our booking fee is us together eating, and then follow it up with, okay, so I'd like to book you on my show. You can be together and you can be eating. Are we good?
There's just a rule to that.
Let's talk terms.
No to Jimmy Kimmel.
All right, fair. Even if we are eating, no Jimmy Kimmel.
I mean, if he also has The Rock there, though, I feel like The Rock would. This is what I would love to do: be super famous enough to where like you're on the Jimmy Kimmel show for some promotional tour, and The Rock's the other guest. Come out second, and when Jimmy Kimmel tries to interview, just don't talk to him. Like, dude, Rock, blah blah blah. Backlash 2000 when you beat Triple H for the title. Well, I just like go on, and then Jimmy keeps trying to talk, and then you know what I do? I look over at him, I go, "I'm sorry, our faces are already half black. We don't need to wear paint, so fuck off." And then call just like something stupid like that on his own TV show, and just to see his look, never get invited back.
Where are you going? You can't go that way. You don't fit. You got a cone on your head.
Yeah, Conehead.
Way. You can go that
I
way.
want to call you Beldar Conehead. Are you gonna show his gross eye?
Look at his crazy eye. Yeah.
So it's a thing that can happen with the since they're going inside the ear and poking around at weird stuff. I guess it inflames. That inner eyelid that cats have. So it inflames it. It can cause it to do that for like a few weeks even.
I hope it goes away soon.
I hope it goes away soon.
Because you can tell it doesn't know what it is.
I don't like it. It bothers me.
Of course it would bother you.
Yeah, it bothers me.
Half your eyesight's gone?
I don't like it.
No, of course.
No,
I always think of it like a person perspective.
Also,
Nobody
can
would
you
like
take this
that.
coat off, please?
Not yet,
Are
tPancake.
you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
100%.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Can I scratch my ear?
Nope.
Please.
Nope.
It itches.
That's okay.
Can you scratch my ear?
Nope.
But it itches.
That's okay.
Well, then what do I do?
You just let it itch.
But it's itchy.
It's healing.
Oh, it doesn't have to be itchy to be healing.
Here's how you think of it, tPancake.
Yeah.
You keep working at it by not scratching it, and one day it just won't itch anymore.
That doesn't make any sense. Not scratching is not doing anything. How's that why yerking? It's not why yerking.
It will work. You just gotta wait.
That's like
It's called
saying,
patience.
it's like saying instead of knocking things off surfaces, I should just lie around all day and let things be on surfaces.
Because that's exactly how you should be.
The surfaces would always be cluttered, Papa.
They're supposed to be. That's why they're surfaces. We can put our things there.
Well, I can't put me on them if they're cluttered.
You have your own surfaces.
Papa,
tPancake.
this is really not fair. I'm tired to have this fight.
Oh, tPancake.
Oh, Papa.
This is the only episode of tPancake where my face is on camera.
That's true.
It'll be the only one that ever will be on camera.
Why, Papa?
Because we're going for the
Ashamed of your
Muppet
face?
Babies thing.
Are you ashamed of your face, Papa?
No, tPancake. I'm not.
It's a nice face.
Thank you.
If only you'd given me your face instead of your stinky ear.
I'm sorry.
I wish you'd given me your face. And not
I
your
don't
ear.
choose how these things work.
Why not?
It's called genetics.
Oh, what's genetics and why does he get to decide?
Well, we'll make a video about that, buddy.
Okay, is it science?
It's all science.
Is genetics a scientist?
Yes, genetics. He's a scientist.
Hooray!
Mr. Genetics.
Can I meet him?
You already have tPancake.
When?
I'm Mr. Genetics.
You're a scientist, Papa?
Where do you think you get your love of science from, tPancake?
Papa, you told me, you just said that you don't decide who gets the stink ears and the looks, but you said Mr. Genetics does, but then you just said you're Mr. Genetics. So you do decide.
Mm-hmm.
So you lied.
I had to keep my secret, tPancake.
Secrets? Why are you keeping secrets from me?
I don't keep secrets from you. You know it now. It's not a
So then
secret.
why did you give me your stink ear instead of your face?
Because you're a cat.
Oh,
It would look a little weird if you had my face.
why did you just not give me a stink ear?
Sometimes I don't get to choose everything.
Well, that's not fair.
It's a happy accident.
Why? What's happening about a stink ear?
Your turnout just keeps getting bigger the more and more we do.
More stink ear. People want to know about the stink.
They're like, oh my god,
Gotta
they're
tell them about the
talking to the
stink
cat. I think they're just entertained by tPancake the show.
ear. They're very entertaining.
tPancake should have a segment each week on the show.
Yeah.
Hanging out with tPancake.
007 Clouds.
I want to read it. 007 Clouds to test out your TV by watching Berserk. 1997. English dub on YouTube. Glad your cat is okay. Well, I don't have a cat, but I'm okay, so thank you.
Let's see. Take a picture of that.
You lie down,
Oh.
sleepyhead.
This is him. He just sent me the same.
Tight. Amazing.
All right, well, let's see what's next to read. Well, Ninja Lawyer Steve says, get well soon. Hopefully the vet pulled a Ryan Johnson and utterly destroyed it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so too, although my vet does not remind me at all of Ryan Johnson because his head is kind of more rectangular. It's not
I
very
noticed
round
that.
at all.
And he's tall.
He's very tall, and he's skinny, and he's nice looking.
He's fairly friendly.
And he's nice, and he's good at what he does, so he's not like Ryan Johnson at all.
No.
And thank you for the get well soons, because I want to, because I don't like feeling like poop like this. It's not fun. Although I'm also kind of hungry, and I'm also kind of loopy, so that part's kind of fun, I guess. The vet said it's the munchies.
The vet
What
said
it is.
shit pancake, you'll feel stoned.
That's what he said.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what stoned is, but Mom and Papa go to space sometimes, and they said it might be like that. So that's cool. Mr. Another says, I hope Shitty Pancake has speedy recovery. Well, thank you, Mr. Another. Oh, shit, Pancake. You did it. You just spelled it the censored way. That's smart.
We should have spelled it like that.
Yeah, well, we didn't think. You're supposed to be the brains, Papa.
I'm a scientist, not a mathematician.
I'm a scientist, so you have to be the brains. But
That's-
thank you, Mr. Another. Yeah, K. John Boom says, get better soon, Pancake. Well, thank you, K. John Boom. It's a weird first name and a really cool last name. So, do people call you Mr. Boom? Because that would be cool. If
That
I
would be
was,
cool.
if my name, except K. John's cool too. So I don't know if my name was K. John Boom. Well, I don't know if I'd go by K. John or Mr. Boom. What would you go by, Papa?
Dude, if my name was Mr. Boom, I would get into porn.
What's porn?
Don't worry about it, shit pancake.
No, I'm too tired to worry about it. So,
Steve says I don't like sand.
well, I don't like sand either. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. It's not good for my tootsies. It gets in my paws, in my furs, and I gotta lick it out, and then it gets on my tongue.
Speaking of stuff, he's
I
got
don't like it.
he's got a crystal already.
You gotta look. Well, I'm glad you figured out how to use the litter box, buddy, with your cone of shame. Fortunately, he's still kind of sedated because he's just chilling like this. When he's not, whenever he gets his full energy back, he's gonna tear this cone right off his head. So
Yeah, he's trying to now.
Yeah, well, okay, that's enough reading super chats for me. I'm very tired. I'm gonna go sleep.
No, he's just laying down over there.
Yeah.
all right, Shit Pancake
Has left the building.
has had a long day. So now he's just parked over here.
You could use his time while he's sedated
Mhm.
to see if his nails need a clip.
I don't actually think they do. I think I just did them not
Okay.
that long ago. See, they're actually pretty good. But you're right. Though anytime I give him the torbidol, it'll make him a little loopy. So I can get it to him, and he'll be on it for like a week, up to a week. So get it to him. That case defense I love how Jeff wants to meet The Rock, aka Dwayne Johnson, and all Chessie and I want to do is hang out with Kristen Stewart for a day. Would be fun.
You guys can go off and hang out with Case Stu, even though I respect her. I won't be jealous. I'll go hang out with The Rock.
I like how I've gotten lumped into having K-Stu as my celebrity that meet, apparently.
Like I always say, though, publicly, I'd never want to meet The Rock because he'll never be The Rock. He'll be himself.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be the nicest guy and all this shit.
And you'll be like,
What-
yeah,
It's like as a kid, you imagine him, the character of The Rock, so you
Well,
can't ever meet
it'll
that.
feel like meeting the actor who plays a
Yeah.
character rather than meeting, the character.
Which would be weird because I've met tons of wrestlers and got autographs and stuff, and they're them.
Yeah.
But that one, because he's had this other career in his
He's
second
just-
life,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. Although
I'm waiting
this
for you
is,
to call me a jabroni. Like, why are you so nice to me? Why did you pay for everything? Oh, you're rich, but thanks.
although what I concede I will have talked about with Blonde for sure is that everything I've read and seen about her, I think Kristen Stewart and I would actually get along as people really, really well. So
She'd be somebody I'd like to interview for the channel, not because I want to rail on her or talk about Twilight. I just want to interview celebrities that aren't doing anything right now.
I think that'd be cool. Actually, she's doing a lot right now. Now's a bad time for her. A few years ago would have been the right time because she's
Let's
breaking back
rephrase,
in.
when she breaks back in.
I think she. I think she has successfully, like, it's not necessarily, I don't think she necessarily reclaimed her, image or anything like that, but I think behind, the scenes, I think she's made all the right connections to break back in, because if you look at what she's working on and stuff, she's not like a hot commodity necessarily, but she's definitely, her stock is on the rise again.
So speaking of The Rock real quick, folks, I just want to say it's funny how when something of The Rock comes out, like a piece of merchandise, everyone will contact me. So today I got a couple messages from listeners that it was a link to the statue of The Rock, and they go, Jeff, I saw this and I thought of you. You got to get it, dude. You got to have the statue. You got to buy it. It's you. Well, I responded back with this photo. It's here. I don't know what to do with it, but there's a statue of The Rock that takes up most of our bed right now in the shipping container.
Yep.
It's number 271 of 600, and it is the world's greatest collectible.
007 Cloud has some advice for you when you go on Jimmy Kimmel. Ask Jimmy something, and then as he talks, interrupt with, it doesn't matter.
Oh, you've never heard The Rock do that, have you?
No. Oh, wait. I think I might have. Because
it's not like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter!
Right,
and you scream it, and they go, whoa.
You know what? I don't know if I've actually seen a clip of it before, but I've just heard that soundbite used a bunch. And you can hear it. You can tell who's saying it because his voice is pretty distinct.
So that clip real quick it was so impactful on wrestling, have a scripted show, but he goes out and he cuts this promo on a guy, which is talking on the mic so hard that it killed the guy's momentum because everyone saw him as a joke in real life. Because wrestling has that tournament, King of the Ring. The guy wins the King of the Ring, and The Rock has a match with the one show, and he goes, Billy Gunn, I know what happened to you the night you prayed to God and the heavens opened up. He said, God, but my name is Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is. He screams at him. And then he goes, oh, dear God, I just want to win King of the Ring because everyone thinks I absolutely suck and all this stuff. Like, I'll play you the clip. But he rails on him. It's like a 7-minute promo of him just saying how much this guy sucks. But the phrase was born there, and it caught on. And then it was that Kiss My Ass match. And so, his singles career just disappeared for a while. Yeah, it's awful. Well, you're called Mr. Ass.
Mr. Bianowitz, thank you so much Joseph Bianowitz, thank you so much for the super chat. Just dropping in to say hi, get well to tPancake. What's up, Jeff and Jesse?
What up, man? How you doing?
Well, here's the little boy. Well, here's the little,
thank you.
Little Tootsie. His little cone head.
He's out.
He's passed out. That little appearance was his last bit of energy, I guess, because he is just tuckered out over here.
I think you should keep the rest of the show as Jesse and tPancake.
Just us. Just my leg.
Still talk.
Just my leg and tPancake.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Let's see. We'll put the cam on SP and we'll see what happens to the views. So.
I mean, he's a cute cat. How could anyone not want to watch a cute cat?
Oh, I like a cute cat. Pretty much a lot.
Canadians. Well, this one right here. Della Seven Glad says cute. Here's my little kitty boy.
This cat get to be more cute. Yeah.
And Canadian Spider-Man says, love to have beer with Bruce Springsteen and you two. He'd be a really interesting guy to hang out with, I think. He's someone I'd like.
You know why I'd love to hang out with Bruce Springsteen? Because I'm not a fan. So the things I would ask him about would never be like, oh my God, the boss, this song, Dancing in the Dark. I can't even see me. I'm doing that stupid dance. But I would, that guy here or Billy Joel or these people that are huge superstars that I have none to very little interest in their work, but just want to hear their experiences.
That would be someone like Bruce Springsteen. Remember, there's a few of his songs I like, but I've never been a super fan. Something like Billy Joel too. I actually really, I had a phase where I was really into his music when I was younger, and there's some of his songs I really, really like. But I definitely, he's someone I wouldn't geek out over. But there's a few people like that I respect and I like their work.
If I ever met Billy Joel, you know what the first thing I would honestly ask him would be? What was it like to be married to Christy Brinkley? I don't care about Billy Joel. That chick was in National Lampoon's Vacation. That's why I want to know what she was like.
You know what I would ask him?
What?
I would ask him if it's true, that story that my friend has.
Oh yeah.
Because
Virginia, right?
Yeah. My a friend of mine really good friend of mine from college, his grandma grew up in the same neighborhood of Long Island as Billy Joel. And they knew him as that wild Jewish-looking kid, or Jewish-looking boy, as it was, and they were this nice, good Catholic family, and the grandma's name was Virginia. And so it was just sort of known in their neighborhood that when he wrote that song, it was about her, this particular Virginia. And so I would ask him. I don't doubt the story. The funny thing is you ever have a friend that tells you really, really fanciful stories, and like some of them are really credible, and some of them are like strained credibility, and so you just don't know how many are true, if it's all bullshit, what's not. And then all of a sudden, one day, out of nowhere, just because, oh, hey, I found those pictures I was looking for, and they show you definitive proof of like the craziest stories, and you suddenly realize everything they've told you is true. That was Milo. And there was one, he would always go on and on about this horse he had growing up, that they always thought she was pregnant because she was so fat and in such a specific way. And the thing is, that was one where I was always like, for that long? And like, really? Because a really pregnant horse and a fat horse look really different usually. And he was always saying, like, I have these pictures of, of this horse. One day I'll find him at home and show you. And one day finally he did and showed them. And I was like, oh my God, that looks like a very pregnant horse. Like, and I could see why you would just, anyone who saw this horse for years would go, that's a super pregnant horse.
When you write a movie, I'm actually going to steal this line, because when I write a movie that needs background dialogue, it's going to use that line. It was a picture of a very pregnant horse, just like out of the blue. Like, I just want it to be background dialogue.
Yeah, catch that little clip walking by.
Because people be like, what the fuck does that even mean? And now, look at folks, you'll hear it in a comic book or something. We'll talk about the comic in a minute. But like, those are the types of things I like to populate my stories and worlds with. For the 50, 60 people here, they'll know.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone will know that guy had to write that. Why did he write that?
Mm-hmm.
Because like when I was in college, I did a comic book course, and I wrote this whole thing about it was a hostage story.
Uh-huh.
But I had a thought balloon about this guy who was like, did I leave the oven on? So he's so concerned, like he's so nonchalant about that. Like, what was the thought process behind it? I said, I thought it would be funny and people would ask me about it. And they kind of looked at me like, well, fuck, it worked.
I was trying to light tPancake better, but he clearly did not like the extra light, so there's a compromise.
Oh, I thought you were asleep, little boy.
I was until Mom shined this light in my eye. It was not very cool of her. I did not like it, but it's gone now, so it's okay.
Could you imagine if the YouTube channel grew the same rate, but only people saw my arm come in randomly and do shit? Like, I'm sitting here talking about Star Wars, and all of a sudden this arm comes in, picks up something, pulls it back, and then like all of a sudden like something comes into frame. And pulls it back. Like, what if my videos, it was edited to where it's me talking, everything's the same, but my visual is like a really odd background, and then my hand comes, it's like, yeah, and then Ryan Johnson, he really sucks, and then you just like shake your fist or something.
That would be something.
That would be really terrible. It's a great idea, though.
No. Okay, I think we're all caught up now. Let me just go. Double check. Yeah. Alrighty. Believe we're all caught up with supers. Let me just pop over to the other window and double check. And if you're just joining us, please press the like button, and I'll just make sure I didn't miss anybody's super. And once I've taken care of that, I'll go through for anyone who's just joining us who missed the tPancake update. We will go through and do another one right here in just a minute. All right, we is caught up. So thank you everyone for watching.
Be excellent to each other.
Done. And we got one coming in here from Go Big Boy or Go Home. Thank you so much. He says, just saying hi while on break. Poor tPancake. Pancake looks shit-faced. Our doctor's words literally were he may act stoned and have the munch and want to eat everything. I believe is what he said.
No, actually, no, he goes, he'll be loopy and want to eat everything. He goes, he'll be like he's stoned.
Like he's stoned.
Like can I say one thing though? Does it feel weird like not having Sean Firefart on a stream last week? Because we had such a good time the week before.
We did.
And then the following week was just kind of like, it was a good time. We had a nice Thirsty Thursday, but it wasn't like the barn burner.
We had such a good one with Sean and Justin. That, oh my God.
Because Justin passed out on air.
Dude, that was hilarious. Oh my God. And I have it on good authority that the poor child experiences very first hangover the next day. So Finally.
I think Proper has been in the chat for a good chunk of the night.
I've seen him.
Oh.
He's been trying to keys. Did
He
you
wants
hear
the
his
poster.
counterpoint to
Yeah,
the?
or you just give me the poster.
Exactly.
Well, Proper, when you come out here, I can't guarantee the poster, but I can guarantee you the best home screening of Back to the Future you've ever had on our brand new TV.
If you give Jeff a blowjob, you can have the poster.
So he'll never get the poster.
Sorry.
Oh.
Thank you so much for going where go home. So yep, tPancake already has his YouTube channel. So guys, if you are not subscribed to tPancake, you for sure should be. He did a cute little video about his aspiration. Put it out yesterday beforehand because so the thing is, it's aspirations cost lots of money. So the little boy was trying to help pay for it. Because so it's one thing to be like, hey, can you pay for this surgery, this cat surgery today? And the answer to that may be yes, but then follow-up questions like, can you pay for rent at the end of the month? May no longer have the same answer of yes attached to it. But yeah, more on that in a second. We'll leave with the important stuff, which is that, as you can see, the boy is home. He is recovering. He is okay. They removed the polyp. The only caveat being that it was very large and very deep. Where it was attached was close to the ear canal. And so going in through the very narrow ear canal, they can only see so much. It's kind of like probably going into one of the rabbit holes in Vietnam where you can you ever hear about the going into the tunnels?
Oh,
where,
Viet Cong?
Where your choice was, because of the space, you had to crawl. So your choice was gun or flashlight. You didn't get both. So you can either see what's in front of you or you can shoot at what's in front of you.
I was taking the gun.
But
there's muzzle flash. You can see what's in front of you if you don't.
After you shoot it,
just keep shooting.
Just keep fucking shooting.
Exactly. Like, ah! And you look. That reminds me of that scene in Tropic Thunder, not the shooting, but when he kills the beast and then the lightning strikes. And it's a panda, and he realizes it's an endangered creature he just killed, and he's looking at the ad of himself with the endangered panda.
So that was always one of the things that was so fucked up to read about, though, were the tunnel runners in Vietnam, because sucked if you were a little guy because you got to go in the little tunnel, and the survival rate for because it's crazy things like they rotated who took point in their formations very rapidly because the survival rate for that person in front was very low. The survival rate for the guy who had to go down to the tunnel was even lower. And you know what? This is the actual PTSD rate for people who went in the tunnels and survived. 100%. 100% of people who had to crawl into one of those tunnels left that war with PTSD, if they left at all. So yeah, sorry for that super duper downer. So I was talking about this with Jeff the other night. Vietnam is such a fascinating period in history for me. And when I get into, I read about it. So whenever I go into Vietnam rabbit hole, I go deep because I'm a very naturally empathetic person. I'm one of those people who it's like this. I can't hear a story without feeling the emotions that are part of it. I can't describe to you the plot of Homeward Bound without bawling. Ted Doxy Mama says need to see faces again. We'll give you faces for a minute, but then we'll go back to the babe. Here's our faces. So things like Vietnam always fascinate me because you can hear about it, you can be told, you can look into someone's eyes when they tell you the stories, and without having been there, you will never really know what that feels like. I just sometimes go down this rabbit hole and I just need to consume more and more and more of it to get the closest approximation that I possibly can to what it must have felt like to be there. So that's all. Anyway. Forrest Gump is
Wait, she said she needs to see faces, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's this for the stream?
There we go. Jeff and the pancake. Seems fine. Let me
I can scroll for you.
Here, scroll all the way down so we can see if Doxy Bomber approves of this new
There's a face. There's a face right there.
Press 1 if you want to be on the forefront of streaming nouveau. Sideways streaming.
Sideways. Streaming with cats in hands.
Mm-hmm. We're not streaming, we're falling with style.
We're not streaming, we're art.
We're art. Art.
Jeff, do you know the difference between science and art?
What?
There's several differences.
What are the similarities? Let's start there.
No, there are a few key differences.
Okay.
Science is warm.
Okay.
Art is cold.
Okay.
Science moves. Art is static. And science goes in the dishwasher, but art goes in the trash. These are some moments.
I would change that to art goes in the toilet. I'll flush that turd. I always think of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Flush that turd down the drain.
I feel like that's just a statement you can make at any time of any day.
What, flush the turd down the drain?
No, I always think of It's Always Sunny in
Oh,
Philadelphia.
yeah, that's true. It's like I was walking and I was thinking of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
God damn it, I just lost the game again.
It
Y'all
reminds me of that
game
Eddie
too.
Murphy joke when he's trying to impersonate Richard Pryor. And he's like, yeah, we're taking a shit. Like, and I can think about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
So, if you don't know about the game, who are you? Because the game has been played for many years across many continents, and the object of the game is to forget about the game. And once you know about the game, you are playing the game. I have people always like, I don't play the game. Like, you can't not play the game. You're it happened. You're playing the game, whether you like it or not. Like, turns out in the real world, not acknowledging that you lose doesn't stop you from losing. So y'all just lost the game too. So here's the thing. The rule object of the game is to not think about the game. If you think about the game, you lose the game. You must announce, I have just lost the game. Everyone around you also therefore loses because, you know, they thought about the game when they heard you.
I just had to put it up.
I love you. And then you all have half an hour to forget about the game. And then you're all playing again. So if I glance back down at this clock and happen to notice that it's at 1 hour and 17 minutes, I'm going to remember that it's been half an hour since I last forgot about the game. Remember the game, and we're all going to lose the game again. I still remember when I was like 12 or 13 at summer camp, riding our horses up to the ring with the instructor in the front and going, oh, I just lost the game, and having the British camp counselor go, you guys play the game? It was just like, what? This incredible, like before texting was a thing, this game had made its way around the globe. I just think that's so cool. Doxy Mama, the game that you have half an hour to forget about. But if you feel bad about losing the game, as some people do, that's why millennials, the generation of participation awards, invented the contest. And the contest is just like the game, except when you think about the contest, you have won the contest. And then, you know, similar rules apply. So I won the contest, but I lost the game.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Yeah, except that you lost the game. So lost the game.
Every time I walk into the building, everybody things go up. Maybe stay there.
Anyway. What if you are the game? I am the game, old school Jeremy. So
it's actually Triple H's.
That only okay, whatever.
That actually is his
I believe
phrase.
it.
I am the game. You remember that wrestler that died falling from the roof?
Yeah.
That was meant to be his name. So Triple H just took it.
What a jerk.
Well, that's not his fault.
I know.
He waited many months to use them. No, he didn't. He died in May, and he used that in July. Oh, well. I was going to give him a compliment. Can I have a bump, please?
Batgoat, denying the game will not save you from losing the game. Oh, right. tPancake, the polyp. We were talking about his fun surgery. So here's the deal. So dial it back. Little boy been getting ear infection since he was a babe. He still is a baby. He's like not even 2. And he's had, you know, he's not even 2. He's not even a year and a half, and he's had like 4 ear infections that are pretty persistent. And after this last one just got cleared out on Saturday, the vet was finally able to see what's been causing all of these, which is a polyp that probably grew out from the base of his eardrum, So we were talking. Oh yeah, we were talking about the size of the ear. That's what we were on. The size of the ear canal, and that's how we got off in the vehicle. So that the point is basically there's only so much you can do because there's only so much room to both see and maneuver in this little. Oh, Hunter's right. The funny thing is we're not drinking anything right now. I'm personally in a place of I haven't eaten anything in like 24 hours at this point, and
I'm very tired.
And I barely slept, and all of the tension that was fueling my body is now gone, and I'm just like coming down hard from an anxiety-ridden, couple of days. Yeah. So yes, so they yank it out basically, and then he, without damaging the eardrum or the nerves, has to try to go in and scrape out any of the base that remains, and they cauterize it, and hope that process too also will get rid of any of the stuff still at the root there. And so the thing about ear polyps is that if you pull one out using this traction method and you don't destroy the whole root, it has like an 80% regrowth chance. And if that happens, you could go back and do the same operation for the same costs, and it's probably going to yield the same result. Or there's the other one they do, which is what they'd recommend if it comes back, which is they'd actually have to basically cut open from the bottom of his ear. They'd cut into the skull there, or to the base of where the skull is, and peel open the scalp to go in from the outside and get in there and dig out all the entire mass. So that's obviously much more invasive, and as such is much more costly. So we're still this one was already almost $2,000, and I'm still working on figuring that one out, because as you all know, I already needed help figuring out Lando's stuff from last month or earlier. Last month. And we were still working on that. I've just simply added to Lando's crowdfunder. Unfortunately, Doxy Mama, taking the whole ear wouldn't even help because it's so deep in the ear canal that it's inside. It's essentially, it's in his head, basically. So deep down inside there. So anyway, Toxie Mama, I feel like I should start drinking now, but if I do, I'm just gonna puke or pass out because I haven't been eating anything. So, yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Is everything went great. However, we're in a big wait and see on whether or not this is gonna come back. So we've got antibiotics, we've got pain medicine. We're gonna check back in with the vet on Saturday, and oh, look, it's so gunky. I know, so gunky and junky. Oh, I'm gonna have to clean you up over here. Do you have any papes?
Oh, I got a napkin right here.
Something softer.
That's softer than the tape.
That's fine for now. What do you think it is?
Yeah, there's a tissue right there.
Oh, right there. Just because he's leaking a lot. They told me this would happen.
Yeah.
He said he's going to leak some pus and blood and stuff. Honestly, this looks like what was coming out of here before we had the operation. So
that's just a lot, though.
It's a lot all at once. So you got to drop on something you see on the back of the little game box over there. There's a big, nasty, wet drop of it. Oh, little boy.
What game box?
The little card game thing over there.
Oh.
On the floor.
Oh, okay. Oh.
It's a big stink drop.
It's a lot.
You saw it, I told you. Big stink drop. I forgot. I should have been checking on this earlier.
It's a tPancake.
So, we're cleaning up our stinks. Everything our stinks. Wise guys, no, we don't have to do x-rays or anything for it. So I don't know if an x-ray would show it. I don't know, depending, because x-rays show very dense masses. I don't know what the density of a polyp is. I don't know if that's something that would show up. Typically soft masses, you need a CT scan for. Tissue for me. I take an allergy pill today? I don't remember.
I don't remember most of today.
So the good thing is you don't need a scan, because the thing is, the honest to God thing is with it is because it's, a benign growth and whatnot, there's no additional risk really to just waiting and see if it grows back. The treatment's the same. It's not like catching it earlier yields any different result. Catching it as it just starts to grow versus as it gets a little bigger is just the difference of whether it causes an ear infection maybe or when they do the operation. In fact, sometimes bigger can be easier because you can get a hold of a larger mass that way. So yeah. But we are hoping, thoughts, prayers, good vibes to it not coming back. That's what we want to do. So yeah, so the thing is basically you don't need to worry about, like, there's no reason to go through the cost and appointment and all that stuff to do a scan to try to find it. Because if it comes back, it will grow, you will find it eventually, and the procedure is going to be the same. The outcome is basically the same. So, the cost of treating an ear infection that comes with it is going to be less probably than the cost of doing a CT scan of his head. So, yep. But what else was I going to say? Yep. Oh, I was going to post the link to the crowdfunder. Wise guys, not at all. That would be incredible, actually. Thank you. As you guys may or may not know, we talked about it earlier in the stream, the YouTube game has been fucking me hard because it hates me. And so I don't get the same visibility that I used to always. So any places you can share this or put this out there, if you have channels of your own and you are streaming and you can take a second to just drop the link and let people know, your friend or someone, another fellow YouTuber, it's got a kitty cat in need. It's so appreciated. There's that one, and then that one should theoretically work. Anyway, and also if you're just joining us, please pressify the like button. And you can subscribe to tPancake too. He's got his own channel. He's got a little video about science he's going to put up later this week. He'll probably put up on Thursday.
All right, Pagan got X.
So there's tPancake's channel if you guys want to check him out. He pre-recorded a little science video so we can take the rest of the week off.
Yeah.
But then his goal is to be back to his regular shooting life, regular video life starting next week. So.
The way he's sleeping right now is hilarious. His ears twitching, his one leg is up on you.
Is sticking out all crazy. Little boy, little you. Let's see if we got to 100 likes yet. 69 likes. Nice. So that's pretty cool.
So this entire time, that damn Smith song keeps playing in my head. I can't even. You shut your mouth. That part where he says it, I can't get that part out of my head. It's not even the best part of that song.
You're retarded. I love you.
I love you too, but am I wrong? Isn't that song catchy as hell? And do we not talk about it every couple of days?
We do indeed.
So hold on, let me give you folks the exact name of it, so you know what we're talking about.
And Wise Guys Entertainment, thank you so much. It's so appreciated. And didn't he just send us were they the ones that sent us the thing?
Yes.
The box.
Yes.
Yeah. The super awesome box of fun that we
was
loved.
The best box.
It was such a fun box. So thank you so much. I was like, I knew it was someone else with the channel thing. But we so loved that. We read the note. I was like, I'm sorry if you don't like it or it's weird or it's this. We so fucking loved it. Oh, actually.
Yep. It's a daily usage here in this household.
Where's the salt one? That's the one we really use, but that one.
tPancake
Probably got tPancakes yesterday. Yeah, so it's spilling salt all over the floor now. But yeah. Benito Martinez, He fortunately,
Benito's here. What's up, man?
we have some pain pills or pain medication we'll be hooking him up with in a little bit. He'll be getting some. I remember where I put the discharge instructions. I think I just dropped them somewhere when we came in.
I don't know.
I'll have to find them. I actually you know what? It's printed right on the medication labels too. I just needed to see if I'm starting that tonight or tomorrow because he might have already gotten some stuff. What I was gonna do that was get a little.
By the way, this song is How Soon Is Now.
How soon is now? Yeah, the one Smith song. Everyone
The
actually
one
knows.
Smith song that we can tolerate.
Yep. Not too overly expository.
You go alone, leave alone. You want to go home and you die. It's so weird. Jesse, are you feeling well? People in the chat think you might be sick.
Oh, my sniffles are allergy related. And the, pallor and lack of energy is just lack of sleep and eating because I've been worried about the boy. That's all. But thank you for your concern, guys. Wise guys, we did not. Where is it though? It's nearby and mostly still full of the stuff it had. We were doing them, but I think that one came on a week. We weren't streaming. It might have been like
it was right after my mom left, right? Or
yeah,
right before.
It was sometime, but it was whatever it was. Or might have come in, right on a weekend or something. We were just too impatient to wait for a stream. So we were gonna show it off on a stream, but then we've also been moving a lot of stuff around.
But it's just sitting over there with everything still in. I can actually see it.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Because it's got the game with the shot glasses and all that stuff.
Yeah, so actually, if you give me a sec, we did show it off on a stream. Because remember, I pulled out the game. I showed the game. And
then
stuff.
We definitely did.
So we did show it off on a stream. So we definitely did open it up and go through it on a stream. And yeah, because remember we talked about how much we loved I went on about how I loved how because of the cow, people associate that. But I love all like the cow themed things, and they're so fun.
We talked about having a farm themed something. In the kitchen
I talked about that. How I actually really liked like the farm aesthetic for a kitchen. Like I grew up the one that my parents designed, we got it remodeled when I was 8, and the one that their perfect kitchen that they created basically, was this very farm style kitchen, and we had a little salt and pepper shaker growing up. It was a barn napkin holder, and like the green for the grass, and there was a little slot for the 2 cows that were the salt and pepper shaker, and yeah, wise guys, it's she wanted to clean more. But if you want, it's right at did he get stink on you? That also might be a drip of water from where I was washing.
I'm not even mad, even if it is the grossness. Look, he's going to Jane to get looked at. And no. Jane said no.
Jane's like, take your stink away.
Jane knows not to look at.
Don't let me leave. Like, it's itchy though.
Pagan Godex, you don't have to miss Dion. Oh, he quit stalking you. What's up with that? Well, Hurricane, all you got to do is start saying random shit to him in the chat to try to break his stride on the show, and he'll notice it. Because I remember him. Well, you're the NWO guy, so we all know you. So it's easy to do. Just troll him. Because usually when Dion gets trolled, it's so like nice and well-meaning. You don't get too many people, being dicks about it. So that's why I always say, like, here, troll my friend. I got it, yes.
All right, so almost everything should still be in here, I think.
Well, there's promotion. There we are.
We were, there's our P.O. box, if you're wondering, guys. Right there. I'm glad we've had that side open and not a return.
Yeah.
Does it have...
It wouldn't have been visible on... No, it would have been fine.
Tight.
Yeah.
So... I was joking. This is just the grown-up version of spin the bottle. Where you're like, I'm gonna kiss who I want to kiss, but yes, please, let's just spin this and take shots. And that was also my take. This is the perfect 2020 drinking game. Very perfectly simple. Literally, spin it. Someone takes a shot.
Let's take it to Christmas.
We fucking should. Oh my god, we're gonna.
This was the best takeaway of the box, though.
Oh my god, we've been through so many of these already. Oh, and that's what we were raving. We were going nuts over the fact that there's beef gelatin in these. We're like, why? Because this is what drives me crazy about them. There are, all right, dextrose, a form of sugar. Cornstarch, a binding agent. Corn syrup, a form of sugar. Tapioca, a binding agent. beef gelatin, a binding agent. Why does this tiny little stick of sugar, which, by the way, if you get it wet, already becomes sticky? How does this one thing need 3 binding agents, including one that is made from animals, thus rendering candy cigarettes not vegetarian? Someone tried to correct me on Twitter. They were like, "Oh, you mean vegan?" I'm like, "No, I mean vegetarian. This is not a vegetarian food. There is meat in this. There is part of cow, not cow milk, not cow byproducts, cow. There is cow pieces in this. Even if it's just melted down hoof, that's a cow piece. It's a piece of a cow. Feet are pieces of your body. If you deny that, there's a problem with your brain. But why are there pieces of cow in this? This is a candy cigarette. Those little tiny pieces of flavorless chalk from when you were children. Why are there cow pieces in this stick?
Who's ever denied that feet are a part of the body?
Nobody?
But you're like, feet are a part of the body. It's like, duh.
Arguing the person who tried to say that these are vegan and not
feet are. I just what you said it like that.
So,
oh yeah.
Oh,
that was
hey.
more of the barnyard or the farm
Found
stuff.
the other one of these that fell off again.
Oh, nice.
So yes, it was a great note. It was like I just ran. I was thinking about your cow, and I just ran with the barnyard aesthetic, and I'm like, well, that's fucking brilliant, because you decided to send us something we fucking need, because the ring that holds our mothering measuring cups together just broke. They're all like oil, like if oil stains I can't get off of them. The numbers are rubbed off. One of them is missing, and so this. Not only is this fucking adorable, it's a chicken. It's a little chicken rubber measuring cup. Durable, easy to clean, and adorable.
Wise Guys sent this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Wise Guys, can you tell us which Cracker Barrel you went to? Because, I mean, I know we're out of the same city. Did you go to Florence, or did you go to the one out by Fields Erdel, or did you go to the one... Just tell me which one, because I could list them all. And I don't want to list like 6 more Cracker Barrels.
Yeah.
I love Cracker Barrel, folks. So if you want to just send us shit from Cracker Barrel, like even your Cracker Barrel receipts, just mail them to us. We don't have Cracker Barrel anywhere near us.
So we got the greatest Star Wars villain ever.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Little egg-eating bastard.
Yeah.
He's so cute. Look, I didn't even realize how big they painted the eyes on this. Look how they did that. With the
emotional.
They added white pupils specifically because he doesn't have white pupils in the show. He's just solid black eyes. They added white pupils to make him more human, to give you that exactly what you said.
Sharonville. Boom.
Oh my God! I forgot this is lip balm. Why haven't I opened this?
Balm.
I've been looking for lip balm, though, and they keep looking for it in the apartment. I got so excited about it because I love s'mores everything. I love the fact that it's smooshy. By the way, smooshy. It says it right here. I'm smooshy. And it is smooshy, and s'mores are one of my favorite things in the world, and so this is just the greatest. And where's my knife?
Also, Wise Guys, you know the place Watson's down the street from the Sharonville Cracker Barrel? That is the business I always talk about my cousin owning on the show. So there you go. If you're local to Cincinnati, you've seen Watson's commercials on TV. He's a great dude. Go check his store out.
Nice.
Well, yeah, of course you like him. I mean, the one time we met him.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's cool. That's you gotta promote that to your peeps.
Oh yeah, of course. If you're gonna buy a pool or a spa or any kind of luxury item, go to Watson's.
Do it. God, this smells so good.
There it is. Now where's the lip balm part?
Oh, it's screwed. There we go.
Oh,
ooh, it's one of these.
Thing.
Yeah, it's like the other one that I have, where it's like it's a solid piece.
I smell it.
Use it.
My Burt's Bees, man.
You want to use it?
Where's my Burt's Bees? Where are they at?
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Thank you. I'm so pleased. Pagan God X is not white enough to go to Cracker Barrel.
Nor am I.
I've seen black people at Cracker Barrel, like repeatedly.
I've been waited on. One of the best waitresses I've ever had was Black Lady at Cracker Barrel. The one at the Sharonville.
Being the race to go to a certain restaurant, being a race to work at a certain restaurant are not the same criteria.
No.
I just want to throw that out there. That just tread carefully here.
There's been black managers too. They hold all the power in the store.
Still about serving versus patronizing.
I've been to Cracker Barrel with Dion. There you
What
go.
I'm trying to tell you, Jeff, is that you're being kind of racist right
Thanks,
now.
Anita Sarkeesian.
Oh, and this was so fun too, because yonder in the apartment is a similar but not the same item. So someone else previously gifted me the Star Wars crochet dolls, which is a entirely different kit, different directions and whatnot. And it shows you how to make little stuffed dolls that are, bigger, obviously, than finger, but a little bigger because they're not finger puppets. So that one actually has remained unopened for years and years and years and years. But this one actually, because that one, like dealing with the stuffing and stuff, sometimes is like, ugh, because this one doesn't have stuffing, I'd probably make this one sooner. So next time I get bored, this is getting popped out, and then before you know it, I'm gonna come on the stream with my little fucking Star Wars finger puppets, and it's gonna be amazing. Oh, they're all gonna look super retarded because they never look as good as they're supposed to.
More Cracker Barrel, folks.
We'll have to go to Joanne's to get string to do the other ones because they just give you enough for these two.
For Luke and Vader?
Yeah. I'm just make Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. And then it'll tell you exactly what you need to
when
get
you
for the other ones.
make Han,
Mhm.
could you not give him a mullet?
I can also not give him fetal alcohol syndrome.
Could you not make him look stupid?
Apparently, Han and Leia both have fetal alcohol syndrome. Leia's forget fetal alcohol syndrome. Leia, I think Han and Obi-Wan have fetal alcohol syndrome. Leia is actually just a herbivore, so her eyes are on the sides of her head, so she can better scan for predators. Obviously,
I didn't realize Carrie Fisher didn't eat meat.
That's right. No, it's just called
Wrong.
being a woman. You got to scan for those predatory males all the time. Also, we fucking love this because we're huge meat people.
Yes, we are huge meat
We love our huge meat.
people.
We actually have a freezer full of
Yeah,
meat right now.
my mom calls. She goes, "Did you get your gift?" She sent us an Omaha steak box with 8 of everything.
So good fucking timing on this. Seriously, because that timed out really nicely. So we've got and it's a cow, of course, the cow.
You want to do steaks tomorrow?
Sure. Sounds great to me. We got some dollar bills too. It's very important. It was very, very thoughtful of you to send us not one but
I think
two
Obi-Wan has a death stick addiction.
$1 million bars. He looks like it. He should have used the Force and said no. And there was that book. What was the book? Remember? You were flipping through it. The one with the was it recipes or was it something about food?
Oh god, it was a great recipe book. It was what's his face? June Carter Cash.
Yeah, the Johnny Cash.
Sorry, that's somewhere else because I read the damn thing already.
Yeah,
that was the coolest part.
That's
you
you pulled it out right away and went through the whole thing as I'm still going through the
I'm
rest
like,
of the
I
box.
want to make this and eat that.
Yeah, no, that was super cool. But yeah, so
Yes, Doxy Mama, she does.
we were so into that. I know you're on all the. Oh, and we actually even got excited because we had no idea that Jolly Rancher made a hot cinnamon flavor, and so a cinnamon fire flavor, and so we got really excited about that.
They should just call it the Dylon flavor because he spits hot fire, man.
So we haven't tried those yet, but we will. Oh, we got to give it to Hadas too. She was really excited when I told her about them.
I don't know. I just gave her a table. I don't think we give it again.
For you Fusion says, can someone tell me what happened until I joined the stream? You can always just take that little sliding bar and move it back and start from the beginning. Honestly,
it's just there's a lot we covered. We're not trying to be funny. There's just too much to try to go back. We
Yeah, it's hard to
pancake updates
summarize.
with everything. We talked about other shit. We didn't talk about the Fandom Menace yet.
No, I'm very excited though.
I'm excited.
We can in just a second. But yeah, in a little bit, we'll give you guys another pancake update in case there's people who coming in here who want to know.
Dude, John 42 and I are on the same page about the fucking Omaha Steak ads now.
Oh,
Holy shit.
But thank you everyone who's been watching and clicking and supporting. Supporting. So, Jeff, you were.
So, folks, I will have to find the link. Could you grab that? We have the email list set up for the Stealing Solo second printing with the Fandom Menace cover. That's been the secret That's been the secret project. And on top of it, it's not just a Fandom Menace cover. It's painted by Anna, that Star Wars girl. So it looks incredible. You guys
find it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll share. Okay, I'll go get the link and share it myself. The link's in the chat on the High Council, and I'll get it to you. That's not going to be here.
No. Interesting. All right. So.
Sex chick.
Oh no. But yeah. So Stealing Solo, you're getting. If you missed out on that first printing, like I did, I kind of made up for that because now there's like 1,000 of them in my living room. So
wouldn't it be weird if I got mad like you never backed my project?
Wouldn't it be weird if the entire reason I wanted to date you was because I felt bad about not backing it, so I wanted a great excuse to own one copy without having to admit to you that I never backed it?
That'd be a terrible.
It'd be a terrible long
That's
game.
That's a great long game though. I respect it. No, Leviathan. Anna did not draw it. I drew it. Anna painted it. So it's a joint work.
It's a collaborative effort. So, J-Nat, thank you for the super sticker with the super pair. Give us a thumbs up. Love that.
Thank you very much.
And appreciate you, J-Nat. But yeah, Leviathan, you said the magic word. I think Leviathan is probably Anna's number one Ewok.
Oh, there's Ewoks involved with this too.
That's actually true. Yes, true story, Leviathan. There is an Ewok.
I'm trying to find because I'm going to do what I did on my stream, where I'm literally going to show it for like a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the latest picture she sent me, and I'm going to wave it in front of the camera.
Did you do that with the other one?
I showed the blurred one.
Yeah.
But yours is gonna. Your channel will get the.
That's literally all you get.
It's too much one thing.
What?
That was enough.
That was plenty.
Yes.
You could just see a color blur. That's about it. And you can see how rich and vibrant.
I just really. This is the part. Like it's not done. This is the part I would share already, but I'm not.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to. But there's also there's a day. Oh, I didn't talk about the day one version too. I'm still putting it together.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be a day one OG High Council cover. Mm-hmm. So I talked to the guys last year about doing this thing because I talked to Anna about working together with it. So this is something that we worked out last year for the most part, and you'll know more soon. But there's a day one exclusive, as in it's only going to be available for a day and then it's gone. So like if you like the OG High Council, there you go. But I'll let everyone know you got probably 2 weeks to get ready for it, and then there you go.
Indeed. So prepare yourselves and your wallets because you're gonna want it. And make sure you do sign up. So that list is gonna be going around. It's gonna be on Twitter. It's gonna be on World Class Bullshitters everywhere. So make sure you are on that email list so you do not miss the day one. That is gonna be your only opportunity to get this super badass cover. OG High Council. It looks incredible. You will not have another opportunity to get that for this campaign.
Hold on, I'll wave part of it in front of the camera.
Or possibly ever again. So
probably never ever again. I would never see a reason why to do, this again.
Never ever again, ever.
Never ever.
So literally your only chance to get this incredible thing. This is one of those 20 whatever number out of whatever your statue is. It's gonna be one of those kinds of
the
things.
Rock of 600. He had I was 271.
Where if you don't get it, you're not getting it unless you're gonna fork it over on eBay.
That was just a blur of light, but either way, no one knows.
That's the point.
Yeah.
So
come back in like 2 weeks, folks.
Wise Guys clearly was not watching this channel, watching us earlier. Would anyone else like to tell Wise Guys Entertainment what he needs to do to get us on his? First of all, really tough sell. Jeff G, do you want to go on someone else's channel to promote your book?
I do, but we have a fee.
Yeah, what's our fee? Do you guys, anyone in the chat want to let Wise Guys Entertainment know what our appearance fee is right now at this particular point? Because we'll wait. DJ's Maker's already on the mailing list.
Yep.
Good. I would be I kind of want to be I'm so excited about this cover. I want to sign up for the mailing list, even though I live here. Like, I can't overhype this. It's fucking insane.
I'll be humble about it, but it turned out great. Like, realistically, the shit that this is gonna be used for is fucking cool.
All right, the James Baker concludes you in why it's the other. No, it's just really funny that you're like sitting here being like, God, how can I get you guys to come on my channel? When literally just before you came on, literally just before you came on, we were joking because someone else asked us if we would come on their show, The Lunch Table.
Yeah,
and we're like, well, we don't know what that is. They sent a super chat. They said, can we get you two as guests on this thing? And we're like, well, it's a lunch table, so as long as we get to eat, and we're like, you don't have to give us food.
We'll provide our own
food. You have to let us be eating, and we just have to be together.
Yeah.
So as long as we are together and eating, then done.
Now, wise guys, I would say since you're local to my area and we'll be in town, you should just take us to the Sharonville Cracker Barrel.
That would be hilarious.
Because I mean, I'll drive there myself. We'll meet you in the parking lot in front of that stupid hotel that's out there right by the Ruby Tuesday, and then we'll go on in, we'll eat, and we'll just be together.
I think Wise Guys must have popped in just after this. He came in about 30 minutes in. That was probably where we had the discussion. I remember seeing his name like very close, shortly after talking about that. So you really perfect timing, man. Could not have been better. But yeah, as long as we can be together and also eating food, we will be on your stream.
Oh yeah.
So that would be tight. And actually, yeah, it should probably time out. It's going to time out. That the campaign will be active while we are in Cincinnati for the holidays.
That's true.
So if you wanted to talk about any sort of live or in-person show, that is something we could discuss.
That is something we can discuss.
But yeah, so that'll be tight.
Xenomorph, I saw your one about Spider-Man, your Marvel song. I laughed my ass off.
Leviathan says, or the rent / tPancake's veterinary fee. If you would like to cover one or both of those things, that would also be acceptable. If you just felt like out of the goodness of your heart paying for our cat's $2,000 surgery, ear surgery, which I was informed, should he need the secondary one, could be 2.5 times that amount.
That's why he has all his jobs. He was preemptively getting ready for this ear surgery.
Exactly.
I was just getting jobs to make some money so I could pay for my. Because you didn't know I had this. I didn't get it, but I did. I knew there was a polyp in there all along because I'm a scientist.
So, perfect. Leviathan says it's impossible to stop the video with the phone at the right moment. Good, you've done your work well. Yeah. That was the point.
It's such a rich, colorful thing. Oh, dude, what you do is when we get the high resolution scans ready and stuff, you put it on the TV.
Oh, so cool.
I mean, yeah.
Yep. Why is this Raymond? Trust me, I hear you. If only. Yeah, as we were standing there, this woman comes up. Waiting for the boy. A woman comes up to check in about her animal. And I don't know if it was a dog or a cat, but was saying something about this issue that they'd had, and they came and did all this blood work just a couple weeks ago, and everything came back normal. But now she said it was a dog or something that was having some like coughing problem, whatever it was, and now it's having it again. And I know the blood work just came back normal 2 weeks ago, but if anything could have changed, feel free to do blood work. And I'm like, I want to be in that place where like I'm the one asking my vets to please perform potentially excessive and costly tests for my animals just in case. That would be nice. That would be luxury. Luxury. John 42 says my cat's dental extraction costs the same. Damn. Yeah, actually, honestly, knowing that somebody else's separate procedure costs them, because I have my mom. The thing is, all right, so this is a problem. My dad's a doctor, and my mom reads too much.
That's the most accurate statement of your family.
So,
my dad's a doctor. My mom reads too much.
And my dad specializes in cancer. So, like, doing biopsies on cancerous masses is his thing. This, fortunately, is a polyp and should not be cancerous. However, the concept stands. This is sort of his thing. So when my dad here is removing a polyp from the ear, he thinks human ear size of ear canal human technology, human, obviously don't use cat technology, but technology
Is that
designed
technology developed by cats or designed for cats? Because I would love to live in a world where cats developed technology, because everyone thinks it would be like Wakanda, and it would be more like
where we can only
the lot over by Rouse. It's a cat. They can't build technology, Jesse. Why would you ask that question on your own stream? Are you crazy?
What if we live in a world where you can only operate on cats using technology available to cats, like the cats can use?
No anesthesia. So basically what you do is you just get them rip shit on fucking catnip, and then you perform the surgery with a blunt object.
No, you can just take cat claws. You can just take claws from other cats and sharpen them.
So a question, could you, over the course of time, develop surgical tools made from cat bones? Therefore, if this is the world we live in, then therefore all cats, when they die, they should be recycled into the bones used to operate on future cats. Therefore, no cat will die in vain, and no pieces will be left behind.
I would like to leave this train of thought.
I would like to leave this world right now. Can we go to sleep? I'm ready.
That was upsetting.
Really, I kind of like that.
So, where were we? Before we were doing, so I got my dad thinking like, a little polyp in your ear is no big deal. If it's a person, you just go in and yank that sucker out and rah 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 rah. And my mom's thinking, let me base all of the costs for your cat surgery in California off what it costs to have shit done for our dogs in fucking Philadelphia.
In 1994.
Totally going to be the same thing. And so, so I got my mom sitting here being like, "Oh, you're spending too much. Can you?" Literally, apparently, according to my mom, you could just go to the SPCA and get literally any operation done for $100 of equal quality, and that you can get at a regular price.
Really? Then why are vets in? How are
I
vets
don't
in
know,
business?
but apparently, you can just go and get $100 surgery.
Is this only for pets? Because, what if someone's got a messed up shoulder? Could they go and like, here's $100? Can you fix this?
Only if they have a ninja star in their eye.
I feel like if I was a doctor of any level, if someone came with a ninja star in their eye, I would work on them to the best of my ability. Like, I could be a podiatrist, see feet all day. Someone ninja star in the eye, yes. I don't care if your insurance is accepted here. I'll take you.
I think this blood is from my face. Which
Maybe.
is good because it means it's not stinkier that's stuck to me. I think it's from.
Yes, you are scratching. You are bleeding currently.
Tight.
You should stop.
And it's all flaky and gross now.
Nightmare, sneaky and mean.
Okay, so,
that sounds like illegal back alley surgery shit. I hope that's about my fucking recycling the cats.
I didn't think that was about your work getting worked on by a vet, but
Sorry.
getting worked on by a vet using cat bones to do illegal back alley surgery.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe you could use the ammonia and the cat pee to make you pass out. Is that anesthesia?
Yeah, totally. Totally, just murder. You'll just be dead. You will not have any more problems.
This dead person.
If you are dead, you are no longer suffering from your ear infection or your back surgery or your whatevers because you are fucking dead.
I feel like if Jason Voorhees was a doctor, that's what his stance would be, and I feel like he would win awards.
So it's just that doctor in Borderlands 2.
I forgot about.
The one that, literally that one that you can do missions for sometimes.
Oh, yeah, the first one.
All he does is just kill people. Kill people.
By the way, we have Borderlands 3 and you haven't even thought to play it yet.
That's true. We should do that. Anywho, bleeding from my face. It's a fun day. We have a super chat from J-Nat who says, Born 72, seen all Star Wars movies in the theaters. Nice. Last 3 had good naps.
Yeah, that smell of popcorn and those seats. Okay, so random question. What feels better for you? Going to a cold movie theater on a hot day or going to to a warm movie theater on a super cold day where just everything needs to be heated, but it's great?
The latter, because a cold movie theater on a hot day very quickly becomes too cold for me. So, that.
Okay.
How about you?
Obviously, But there's usually the guy law, which is 1 seat in between. So it never gets
thing.
for me and all my friends. Is we always sit like a seat apart. It's just always been a thing.
That's weird.
Well, not really, because Joel would always buy popcorn, and he's like, "If you want to, you can have it." So he would keep it in the seat between us. So it's kind of like a little table.
Yeah.
Table.
My friends and I would just buy a bucket of popcorn, and whoever was sat in the middle would hold it on their lap.
I'm glad that it's just us going to movies now. How many movies have we been to in our relationship? 3? No, 4. Spider-Man. Joker.
Does that count as in our relationship, though? Because it's definitely before our relationship.
Fair enough. That's a fair statement, but did it not feel like we were already leading towards that direction? I was waiting for a third. And here's sound. There you go. What is happening right now?
I just need kisses.
Hey, Sweet Pea, what's up? Hot buttered nuns.
Sweet Pea says, what's happened? Hey, so welcome back, Sweet Pea. This is a perfect time. I said I was going to do another full little update of tPancake's whole ear stitch, and I know Sweet Pea was asking earlier. So here we go. So tPancake's always had ear infections his whole 1 and change months, years of his life. We're bringing hot butter nuns into the conversation. What's up? What's better, hot buttered popcorn, hot butter nuns?
I can eat the popcorn.
Yeah, but hot butter nuns, come on. And
how hot is the butter?
So, Sweet Pea, if you dial back a little bit, you will see endless footage of him sleeping sleepily in my lap. He has since moved on to greener pastures, i.e. the floor. But yes, Sweet Pea, he is okay. He is home. He is sleeping. He's been eating and feeling, groggy, recovering, stoned, but definitely recovering. So, whatchamacallit. But yeah, so the whole deal is basically Saturday we brought him in to follow up on his ear because his infection had cleared up, keeps scratching it, keeps having discharge and whatnot. So we were following up to see what was what. And the infection had cleared up, but the vet found this polyp in his ear, and they need to surgically remove it. Basically, they go in through the ear and they just yank it out. And I guess it was a real big, nasty one that was attached in 2 different places. So he actually apparently was trying to close stuff up in there to get it taken care of so that he could let me know. Basically, they were going to need to do this more invasive one to get it out, when in this process, more of it came loose, and then he was able to see this other big piece that was going on. That was where he thinks it grew from originally. It was attached near the eardrum, and he was able to pull that out, and that all came out. So he thinks he got as much of it as he's able to get going in this way. It's hopeful that he got all of it, and he was able to cauterize, the site where it was pulled out, so that hopefully that destroys any of what's left in there. Because for these types of things, it's something like an 80% regrowth rate if they don't get it all with the traction method. And if they don't get it all with the traction method, they got to cut through the ear at the bottom, open it up, going from the outside, so they can actually, because going into the ear canal gives them very limited mobility and visibility. And they're worried about the ear puncturing the eardrum or just damaging the oral nerves back there. So they go in under there that way, and whatchamacallit, and they should be able to, dig in and scrape out all the polyp that way. So that's the more invasive procedure. Now, again, like I said, the 80% chance of regrowth. So if it does regrow, so we're going to be doing follow-ups with him basically until we know what the situation in his ear is like. If it looks like it's not going to regrow. We're going to have any more problems, whatever. He could, you know, end up with one more ear infection right now after, though we did come home with antibiotics. So hopefully, you know, not. But anyway, so it'll just be, yeah. So basically, we're either totally in the clear, super yay, or we're going to have to go back in for another more than twice as costly surgery. Either way, so basically the crowdfunders that we started for Lando has been updated to add tPancake as well. I have not yet updated the goal because I updated it yesterday. Not yesterday, Saturday, whenever I updated it yesterday. I don't know what day it is. It's Tuesday. We found this out that he would need it on Saturday.
It's almost the 10th, dude.
And I updated it on Saturday. I don't know what's happening. It's almost the 10th of what? I'm confused.
What movie is that from?
I don't know.
What was the last word?
Oh, dude, Bill Dead. It's Wayne's World.
Mm-hmm.
It's Wayne's World. Okay.
Seriously?
What? I just don't remember.
The Big Lebowski, the
Big
dude.
Oh, the dude. Oh. I don't remember. I'm fucking sorry, okay? It's been a day. I don't fucking remember. It's also been, I don't know how many years since I last watched that movie, so that needs to change.
I agree.
Where are we? Anyway. So ooh, Sweepy, I'm sorry. Oh god, that's scary. Is he getting tested? Are you have to test him for FIV? Because that was one. That's something I learned about, because that's what before they do this surgery, they do a chem test, which fucking adds another $100 to this whole thing. They do this chem test to see if they have feline leukemia or FIV. And if I was reading about FIV to see if I should be concerned at all that there was any chance he could have gotten it. It said bites are one of the most common ways to do it. So that's shitty though. I'm sorry that you had to do that. It is nice to have the cats indoors. They are safe. Our cats, I don't think would want to be outdoor cats anyway.
They want to be to the hallway and indoor cats.
That's, yeah. The second anything happens that frightens them in the slightest, they're right back inside.
And it's funny, Han thinks he's the king of the castle. He's the biggest pussy of them all.
He's such a bitch. It's hilarious.
He squeaks when you pick on him. He's like,
he also, his way of like expressing his agitation is by like biting. Like when tPancake was at the vet, he was biting Lando and like yowling while he was biting Lando.
I don't know what that.
Pancakes don't know. So like sometimes when he gets pissy and he wants to be like the king of the castle, he'll bite down really hard on one of the other cats and he'll make them scream, and you'll hear them, you know, you'll hear he makes a very certain noise. But lately, this has been like a this year thing. He'll get like in these weird moods and he'll start biting them, but he's the one making the noise. Like it's a similar noise to the one Lando makes when he's getting bitten too hard, but it's clearly him because you can hear his mouth full of fur as he goes, like, what are you doing? You're biting your brother and bitching to him at the same time. That'd be like me punching Jeff in the face going, oh my God, this is so terrible, Jeff. Why is this happening? This is awful. Like, what? Anyway, Refusion, it's beyond weird. He's a retarded cat. He's actually retarded. We love him, but he's retarded.
I love when he tries to jump and fails. Because I've watched, like, what's the height from the floor to our sink? Not even 3 feet? Well, about 3 feet-ish.
Maybe. No, not yet. Not even 3 feet.
No, I'm in the bathroom.
In the bathroom?
Yeah.
Not 3 feet.
Yeah.
Not even 3 feet.
Well, so long story short, the cat goes to like jump, but he like completely whiffs it to where like even midair he knows. He just goes thunk and hits it just like stop. And I've watched him do that. Like he just sucks at jumping on stuff.
I watched him do. Do you remember at all the futon I had before this one and how low to the ground it was? I watched him do it on that futon. Try to jump on it, miscalculate this far off the ground. Like, we're talking less than 6 inches of clearance to the bottom of the thing. We're talking the actual seat. It's one of those, real low, like fake leather, cheap ones and whatnot. So we're talking less than 12 inches, probably, floor to top of futon. Maybe 12 inches. This cat whiffs it, bounces, falls.
It reminds me of my favorite tPancake story. We're laying in bed one night when we had all the comic boxes stacked in here, and all of a sudden the cat's walking around. I'm like, man, he really is a graceful cat. 1, 2, boom, falls right onto his fucking face.
First, instantly.
Like the second I say it, he really is a graceful cat.
Too. That's the thing, is he never does that.
It was the first time he fell from like doing nothing.
Oh god, it was so funny.
That was because we looked at each other too. Like, it was one of those moments where, like, did this really just happen? Like, are we in the Matrix? Is there a glitch? Somebody's fucking with us right now? Like, hey, they said that thing. They got to happen.
Right? Yeah, I feel that way sometimes. But yeah. So,
a pudding bag. I've never heard anyone describe a pudding, like a bag of pudding before. Because usually when I think of, like, if pudding comes in a bag, it would be the mix, so it's just powder.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can imagine a cat that's a pudding bag. So I can definitely picture that.
Han.
That's what Han wants to be. Han wants to be a pudding bag. Han, through my... Lando, when he got fat last month, was a pudding bag. But through my concerted efforts, Han remains a good weight. So, Wise guys, we were teasing you earlier,
185
obviously, but we.
God, you really do support independent art. Thank you very much.
Wow, amazing!
Jeez,
that's incredible. Good for you. That's what people like you are why we get to have nice things, as in why this community gets to continue to truck along and be successful, is because people like you are willing to say, yes, this is what that's what it is. That's the difference between the mindless mob, the bullshitters, any of the other of the Fandom Menace groups and the people in it. What makes us different than the other side, the flip of this? We want more women. We want more people of color. We want more. Okay, where are the ticket sales for Ghostbusters 2016? Where are the ticket sales for Ocean's 8? Where are the ticket sales for all of your gender swap little projects? Because they want it and they want to bitch about it. And when it happens, they don't want to go out and support it. Meanwhile, look at the rest of the fan base. What happens? Sonic, we bitch about Sonic. They redesign it. We then go make Sonic the most successful video game movie of all time out of thanks. And I guarantee you there are people like us too. We literally were happy to drop the money on that movie specifically because we thought, it looks fine, but we'll pay full price for this thing because we love the gesture of making something right. So we're willing to put our money behind a whatever movie.
Yeah, didn't we rent it?
We did. We might have even bought it. We might have even bought it in it.
Where did we buy it though? Because we have to find out.
Digitally, yeah. It probably would have been. It would have been just probably Apple or Amazon.
Okay.
Everything.
We paid to watch that movie in high def. Like, we didn't steal it. Like, we spoke with our wallets.
We did. That was to say,
fun.
anytime you want library wise,
what?
That's the one thing that we'll have to. Oh no, wait, we have the app. I forgot we have the app here. I'll be able to sign in we'll just make sure when we sign into the Apple TV app, my login, because it's the TV streaming, and it's.
Of course, with only yours, I don't have an account.
Yeah, and I'm saying I don't know if that app is just for Apple TV Plus or if it's if I'll be able to access my purchased library from it. So because that's probably my biggest purchased library is probably on just Apple because it's the easiest one. If it's comparable price, I just it's the easiest one to buy through the TV. But then. Yeah, so all my digitally purchased content is going to be on
Amazon's got a good amount though.
Amazon or Apple.
Because we for some reason went through all the purchases recently.
Yeah, we're just
because that's where you got like Spruce Goose. Scamper was on YouTube.
Scamper's is free. Yeah.
I feel like I should have been paid to watch that movie. Fucking terrible.
You go on about that fucking movie. You had that music. You just wanted to watch it again to exercise that music that was in your head.
Yeah, because I swore I saw that movie as a kid, and so when we watched it, and I was like, I know this from somewhere. And it's one of those situations where it's like, it's not a false memory. This is something.
It's like you probably saw it once.
Once is it like at BJ's house or somebody's? You know, like just,
it can be one of those things too. Like there's those. I have a bunch of these things where it's like, it's so. I had that the first time I ever heard the album Rubber Soul. It's so familiar that you've heard everything on it before, but I couldn't have told you. Like I had never had a memory of putting it on for anything like that and whatnot. It's sometimes I think you hear that stuff or you see that stuff when you're at that like 2 and 3 years old, where like you didn't form the full memory. So like certain triggers are there, but like where your brain was in development, you didn't even probably have the language yet to create a full memory of a movie, you know. So, but you have those flickers. So when you see it years later, it's like it's weird
music. I'm like, I know this. I know this. I know this.
That's a very strong connection to memory. If you could smell it, that would be even more powerful. But
it's true because we were somewhere and I smelled something. I was like, oh, my mom made the chili when she was here. I was like, I just remembered Cincinnati. That city shouldn't smell like that chili because it's it'd be gross, but it's not a bad smell to have associated with the town.
There are worse ones.
Like if you said, "Oh, Philly," and you say the cheesesteak, they smell delicious.
They do indeed.
They taste better than they smell, but
do you know where we put the one we're the sweetest on right now? I can do Indy if it's if we don't.
I don't know.
I'll just grab Indy for now.
Okay,
And
go to
pen,
pen.
please.
I think we have one right here.
Because I personally have minimal energy left. So
I actually need to eat.
You need to eat. I mean, yes, you do, but I really need to eat. So if you want, so we have a little video of him.
So when his eyes were normal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the fun side effect. It's a really common side effect. I guess it makes their little inner lid come up over the eye, and it can take weeks to go back to normal in some cases. We're hoping it's gonna be.
I hope he's normal
days.
by Thanksgiving.
I
want to take pictures of him.
We're hoping more days than weeks. But
we should dress him up as a turkey. Make him wear the cone. He was like, "What's happening?"
Not fair, Papa. Not fair at all.
So anyway, I blow my nose again. Allergies. I probably forgot to take my allergy pill today because of this. So I'll just get Benadryl before I go to bed. So excited to learn today, by the way, that I can use Benadryl, obviously scaled to body weight, but I can use Benadryl for Han as cavalierly as I use it for myself for allergy treatment, because that means I actually have a way to keep his allergies nicely under control, which only involves minimal torture if we put in a syringe, like an oral syringe, because he had a really bad flare up, and like his eye was all like getting swollen shut and stuff. Remember that one? And so I was trying to get it down his throat, and he just would not take it, and the taste and whatnot made his mouth foam up, and he was just salivating for like an hour afterwards.
They were long.
Oh my god, it was like a river coming out of his mouth. It felt so bad, but his allergies cleared up,
instantly,
practically instantly.
Because he chewed it so hard, it went right into his bloodstream.
That's right.
tPancake.
Yeah.
Or shiitake.
Shiitake?
Shiitake.
It sounds like a really bad mushroom turkey substitute marketed in the 1980s. So they used shiitake mushrooms and really shitty fillers to produce a non-meat alternative to Thanksgiving. And it's the 80s, so it's not in demand. So then it fails, and they try to bring it back in the 90s. We're almost there. It kind of has a couple-year run.
Is it shiitake? No, it's
shiitake. That's the fucking slogan right there. Then around 2010, when the world broke, shiitake's been part of a fucking... I can't finish it. What am I talking about right now? Shiitake. Let's just go. This is
time to write Mad Libs. It's time to do Mad Libs and leave. We're on Indiana Jones tonight, so let's make it retarded.
We already are.
Turducken cake.
Turducken cake.
Oh, you want some cake, tPancake?
Yeah, I do. Can I have some?
Or if you want to eat cake. Not,
Please, what's cake?
it's that sweet stuff you don't like.
Can I have mongoose cake?
Yes.
I love cake, Papa. You've left cake out before. It's good.
Have I really?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't really eat a lot of cake.
Um,
Cake is not my pie to Ethan's pie.
That big yellow cake that you left out that time that I ate a bunch of. Sometimes you like the little yellow cakes in the bag. Yeah, they're little cakes, right? They're like little cakes. You get them from that place that comes with the chicken. Yeah. And then you had got a big one that time, the big yellow cake, and I got a bunch of that one too. It's good. Tastes like corn.
Oh, cornbread.
Yeah.
Like a biscuit?
No, it's the yellow
He
cakes.
does like cornbread.
fucking loves cornbread. He goes, so when you get them from Boston Market, they come in the little, like a little paper to go bag,
The little loaves that are like this big. That's
the
never
little
enough
mini
cornbread.
cornbread loaves. So this little guy, fucking, because one day we got like the full side, we got like it's a side order is like 6 of them. And so there were extras in the bag. He had stuck his head in the cornbread bag and just stole his own little cornbread loaf.
You little stinker, you!
Carried it off and just chewed it up all over the floor. It was
He
amazing.
didn't eat the damn thing. He stole a corn dog bite once.
Oh my god!
This was the
It
best one.
It was, oh my god! It was one of those. There was the like pastry wrapped ones, like so
Yeah.
the little Parmesan on the outside, like a
He, like,
phyllo
he, like,
pastry
clawed
wrap.
it out.
So he fucking fights this thing to get the little hot dog out, eats the wrapping, the breading, leaves the hot
He
dog.
doesn't like to smell the hot dogs.
I like it. Just
He doesn't
left
like
it.
meat.
But he's not huge on meat. He prefers bread, chips, certain chips, rice. Fucking loves rice
Yeah.
noodles. There's a pan fried rice noodle dish or a pan fried noodle dish that I get from our Chinese place, and he fucking eats that shit up. There's a video of him it's on his Twitter from his birthday of him eating his little birthday noodles, lapping them up like nobody's business.
There'll be times though when Jesse will try to feed the cat specific foods and like go to extra effort to make it, and they just don't want it. Like I remember one morning she goes to the extra mile to make them all scrambled eggs, and they just look at it. She tries to put it in their food, put it up there, or they don't want it. They just
Put
look
cheese
at
in it?
Yeah, nope. Nothing.
They did most of them lick the cheese off, and remember actually Splash went and probably stole someone else's
Yeah.
cheese and an
Okay.
analogy. A fucking
One of my favorite moments too is one of the cats knocked off a box of Cheez-Its, and we were like, "We'll just clean it up later."
nope. It sat on
They-
the floor and over the course of about a week, they just
They-
nibbled it down and they ate all the
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
We never cleaned
That
That was the worst thing we ever did.
It was terrible.
Because it wasn't like they were all over it. It like fell on its like on its top, and so like maybe 10 fell out. And it was like, I'll get it in a minute, and then the minute never. Hey, tPancake, what's that? Oh God!
So you're afraid of his little scary
Yeah,
eyes?
and his ear folded over. He looks deranged.
Crazy dog.
He's also
Here, move
discombobulated.
your arm. I think he's trying to get across here, but he's a little loopy.
Oh, fuck. Oh my God! Oh,
I almost fall
hey,
down.
buddy.
Hey,
Hey, I'm glad you're here.
good to see you. And Mom, what you doing? Did you come to plop?
Plop.
Did you come to plop over here?
Actually, he's needing.
He's gonna get his bed ready to come plop on.
Think
So
he'll
here's
sleep
the
there
point.
tonight?
I don't know. We'll see.
He'll probably sleep on your chest.
It's fine. I was thinking if he wants to cuddle up on my chest, I'll just lie on my back and he's lying there as long as he wants. So Leviathan, thank you, doll. You have a wonderful night, and we appreciate all the support always. And Leviathan, don't worry, it's just the noodle parts and the amounts that would be in it. We don't give him. He doesn't have get any chunk things out of big pieces of garlic in the sauce. The trace amounts that come in it aren't bad for cats. It's actually like garlic is great for like bigger dogs and stuff. It's just in large concentrations for small animals. It's one of those ones. It's not like some of the other things like chocolate that's really toxic in any amount. Garlic in trace amounts isn't that bad for them. Onion actually is worse for them than that. So
Jane's the worst mooch though.
Doxy Mama Ash though about who stole the turkey out of the sandwich. That was Lando.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Fucker.
You were pissed.
I was hungry because I went to go eat that sandwich and there was no fucking meat inside.
I like how you first thought it was me, and then I'm like,
No, I knew it was him. I knew it was obviously a cat. I was just mad at you for not stopping him because he was literally happening on the table and you were streaming next to it. And I'm like, you could have stopped it. And you're like, yeah, but we were busy.
What I should have done is turn on the camera and showed the world the cat eat the turkey.
Fucking jerk.
I know. Lando, you're a dick. Stay asleep.
I should pancake. Welcome back to my lap.
You want to tilt the camera down a little?
Let people see the little boy. Stinky little ear, his little coat head, his little cuteness.
Hi, Conehead.
His little ew.
Hey, in the shit pancake, make shit pancakes say I come from France, or we come from France.
We come from France. We are from France. Yep. That's where we are from.
You only saw the one Conehead's clip, right? Or you seen the movie?
I never saw the movie, but
Okay.
I saw the sketches and stuff.
Not
Because
the
they were
cartoon?
on the never seen the cartoon. I might have seen clips of the cartoon at some point.
It's weird.
But I've seen a bunch of the old SNLs.
They're great.
They're fucking funny. No, yeah, I remember the Conehead family well.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just a totally normal mongoose.
See,
A totally
Ryu-
normal life.
Lando thinks he's getting away with all kinds of stuff. He's the kind of cat that's so dumb he'll
He thinks he's
slink in
Drax.
front. Yeah, he thinks he's Drax. I'm invisible,
He thinks he can move so slow. He's invisible.
imperceptible to your vision.
That's true.
I can see it.
He loves trying to get away with. The funny thing is Lando also thinks he has to sneak things that he doesn't have to sneak. So he thinks he's getting away with stuff when we're literally just letting him have things.
The best is the shrimp.
Oh my god, he's such a nut for shrimp. And
I
thank
like
you,
when he
Sweet
eats the
Baby
shrimp
Dawn.
tails because that way we don't have to throw them away and
Yes,
contribute
that
to
is
the
true.
environment landfill.
That is very true.
Just watch your stinkier. I know it's all stinky and stuff. You want to lie out of the light. You don't like the light right now. It bothers your stoned eyes since you're stoned.
Poor shit pancake.
It's all dilated and stuff.
Shit turkey.
All right. Yes. Lando's also a huge.
The snarf and barf. Oh.
So you lie down like this. What you doing? Where you going? You gonna lie down over here now? Okay, you do what you want, little you. It's all up to you.
I'm gonna try to find one of the other cones. I'm gonna have to switch them out while he's,
Yeah, I see
while
the
he's
gun.
draining. Look how
I see.
it's all around this thing. It's like I won't be able to get in there and fully clean it. I don't just sit. in all
Poor
that
little
filth.
guy. It's just.
Aw, look at him. You show him.
It's not really showing up on camera though.
There's maybe tilted there. You can see. Just say you can see he curled up with his. I was saying the gum is you can see how he curled up all. I just wanted to show him where he decided to plop.
Look away from the light.
Plop,
Just plop
plop,
with
plop.
mom. I just want to be with mom, but there's no light, okay?
He is a precious little putty tat.
Precious little kitty tat pat. It's the sweet pea. You little baby boy.
You know, one thing I always thought about this cover but never said. What an odd choice for an Indiana Jones image, because when you think of Indiana Jones, you think of the whip. It's like, hey, let's just use Indiana Jones with a torch.
With a torch,
Like, why couldn't you use like something more epic?
right?
Like him on the horse with the gun.
He's exploring. That's what he does.
He's exploring.
Okay, so random question before we get into this.
Mhm.
Do you think the iconic Indiana Jones image of him on a horse has... Where do you think people think of it the most? From Raiders, or do you think they think of it from The Last Crusade?
Raiders.
Raiders?
Yeah, because I think that horse chase is the one people go to.
So much better.
It's the thing is it's really the whole thing about that scene is the fact that he's fucking riding a horse for this chase scene. You know, I feel like that's the whole.
No.
I feel like that's a lot of the design of. What I'm saying is, I think the horse, the fact that he is riding a horse for that chase scene, the parts where he's on the horse are more exciting, like are more. You draws your attention to it more, and I think overall it's just a better chase scene. Whereas I think when you go into I think the thing you always remember from Last Crusade is just like when you think of Chase Last Crusade is the whole gimmick of him thinking he falls and he's not dead and whatnot. Like personally for me, when I think chase scene Raiders, I think horse and all that, you know. When I think chase scene Last Crusade, the first part I think of in that movie is that part where, you know, he gets they think he goes over the edge.
The more thing about the part where he chases the truck down on the horse is only maybe like 10
it's
seconds.
the beginning of it, but it's so like exciting in it because it's like, oh, how's he gonna catch them? Oh, he's gonna race up on this horse. It's like this very like exotic adventure-y, it fits the thing and it fits that.
I wonder if it detracts though, in my opinion, from Last Crusade, because it's like he went up against a truck and a horse. What else could he go up against? A tank.
A tank.
Because he does so much more on the horse in Last Crusade.
It's true.
And he actually, because there's like real famous image. The only reason I brought the question up is because there's a famous image of him on the horse with his gun. It was like the last famous Indiana Jones image ever produced, because everything else is just kind of rehash of other stuff. So I was wondering, because that's the cover to the video games, to all the Last Crusade stuff, and just think of all the people that got into Indiana Jones. That was their first one. Plus, a lot of people think of that as their favorite one. Like, I think Indiana Jones is a crapshoot. You'll get Last Crusade or Raiders most of the time. Like, when you go Star Wars, you're going to get like The Empire Strikes Back is the most probably obvious answer to a lot of people. But I don't think you can ever get like, since I'm out of the loop with Lord of the Rings, is like, do most people have a favorite, or is it a toss up between,
There's Inquisitor's answer.
It's the best Indiana Jones film for sure.
And I think he's saying that's definitely the one you think of him on the horse in.
Oh yeah, of course. When he went and he jumped over it and he went up the Star Destroyer and that's a terrible concept. A horse on a Star Destroyer. No.
Yeah, no, that would be ridiculous. No one should ever ride a horse on a Star Destroyer. That would just be insane and destroy Star Wars. Oh wait, sorry, it was already broken. It was already fucking destroyed by that point, so who cares? When I think of Last Crusade, I think of Indiana, Let It Go, Raiders, Face Melting, Temple, Monkey Brains. Nice.
What do you think of each scene from each movie?
Raiders, God, it's hard. I'm trying to think first. Now it's because we've just been talking about it. I gotta like clear my head and be like, what's the first thing? I think the first thing I think of is Golden Statue Boulder.
That's my go-to answer, but honestly, because I'm weird, the first thing I think of when I think of Raiders of the Lost Ark is one specific scene when Belloc says, perhaps in 1,000 years, maybe you'll be worth something. He goes, ha ha ha, son of a bitch. Because I've adopted that into my like everyday life. That's what I think of, because I know that's what it comes from.
Now, I'll say one of the other ones that always sticks for me in that one is the moment where what's his butt burns his hand.
Oh, tote.
Yeah.
I just love the image. Like, there's like in old Bond movies, there's like glamour shots, I call them, where like the actors lined up perfectly in the center. They want to show this one thing. Like, that's one of those great moments. Like, Vader has that when his head comes up in the smoking empire. Totes, Mola Ram's got it. Like,
he was such a great creep. Do you ever notice we don't have the creep anymore? I think that got me too out of entertainment.
That is.
Because that was the whole thing. The whole point is, and that's why you didn't need some of this bullshit. The whole point is we all universally recognize that guy that is a certain way with women, that is always rapey no matter what. He had that factor. I just had another great one in my mind that I was thinking of. Grima Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings is another one.
I don't like, which movie is he from?
He's Two Towers. He's that actor you always tell me about. Because he doesn't the one without the eyebrows.
Oh, fuck! It wasn't Brad Dourif, the guy that stood off the tower.
Yeah,
cool. Got it.
But the way he is with Eowyn in that movie with the blonde chick, he's like super rapey, creepy on her.
Is that the one for? Is that Kate Blanchett?
No, she's the one who wants to fuck Aragorn.
Okay.
And he keeps creeping on her. He's like,
okay,
literally like breathes in her ear at one point or some shit like that. So, but the thing is like the whole reason why that trope works is because we all universally recognize that guy, that rapey guy, that guy that looks at women like objects and not like people, as a bad, evil thing.
So you're telling me he treats objects like women, man? Just the second time. If I get a third Big Lebowski quote on you, I own this stream.
I'll kill you.
This was my stream.
I'm
the captain now.
No, you know what? This is my town, and I like your jerk off name. I don't like your jerk off face, and I don't like you jerk off. Got it?
There we go.
Should have had the correct response though.
No, I don't want to steal your thunder.
The perfect response would have been, "I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention." I'm just saying.
I was wondering if you get to the gold bricking part too. Gold bricking's my favorite because it's an old phrase that no one uses anymore. So every once in a while, I'll watch this Marvel cartoon, the very first Marvel cartoon, and there's one about Captain America. It's like, "You gold brickers, blah blah blah." I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I know what it means, but like, why is that a phrase? You know, like, what does that imply? Because it's like if you said something like a diamond, it takes forever to form a diamond. I get the joke, but like, you're gold bricking ass. Like, I don't get what it means. Like, we're gonna melt you down, form you into a fucking brick shape, cool you, mark you with the smelting number, and then send you out into the
I would
world.
like to imply that you are valuable but very soft.
Yeah, like I don't get it. Anyway, you're seeing anything from Temple?
Temple, I think of I think of first just his face when he's like under the spell, and then the heart scene with the the band. But literally, like, the first thing I think of with Temple is just that crazed face. Yeah.
I think of the bridge scene. I also, my favorite scene in the whole movie is, you know how to fly a plane? Do you? Or you know how to fly a plane, don't you? No, do you? And it's like the laugh. And then last time I watched it, I went, wait, Harrison Ford's rest of his life is about knowing how to fly a plane. This is hilarious to me now. Like, I can't. And the funny thing is, too, it gets funnier because if you watch Last Crusade, fly, yes, land, no. What the fuck happened?
John 42, we understand what gold bricking means. We just don't understand where, like, what about a brick of gold leads you to believe somebody is lazy?
Yeah, like, I get.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
We understand where you use the phrase, but we just trying to contemplate. It's like, oh, the rule of thumb. Okay, well, the reason why it's called the rule of thumb is because there was a rule of thumb that says you could beat a wife with a stick that was you could beat your wife with a stick that was not as thick as your thumb. So that is a thick stick. Anyway, that was so great. We know where that comes from. Like, all these phrases have it. Every phrase is an origin. We'll wet your whistle. Okay, it comes from when pubs used to have whistles on their glasses so that you could blow it to hail the bartender to get more booze. Great, random shit. We know these things. Gold bricking? Who looked at a brick of gold and was like, "This is a fucking shoddy job"? Like, was this a thing? Was there a point in history where somebody became infamous for making really shitty gold bricks? And so saying, oh, this guy's gold bricks are, half-assed, and somehow it just like...
I have to know right now.
I don't know. Anyway, so...
Gold bricking.
I think you probably know the answer to this. Whatever happened to that actor who played Short Round in Data?
He just quit. Like, he went to school and had a normal life. Jonathan Kihu Kwan, or whatever his full name was. Okay, here we go. Gold bricking has a Wikipedia page. Thank God.
Thank God, indeed.
It's really fucking long. I'm not going to read it. Gold bricking is the practice of doing less work than one is able to, while maintaining the appearance of working. The term originates from the confidence trick of applying a gold coating to a brick of worthless metal, while the worker may appear industrious on the surface. In reality, they are less valuable. Now it all makes sense.
Now it makes
I can't
sense.
believe that was something.
See?
A confidence trick is an attempt to defraud a person or group after first gaining their trust. That's where con man comes from. I knew that one. But it's just funny how... There you go. So, you didn't know?
I didn't know that. I actually did not know where con came from. Huh.
I just love because Convention Man doesn't sound as cool. Like, the honesty of that statement is everything to me.
We'll watch that soon. It's fun. Oh, look at we.
First Blood tomorrow night.
That's a cameo we haven't seen in a while.
There he is.
Gold brick and carpet bagging sons of bitches. Howdy. How you doing, buddy? Hopefully well. Hopefully all's well in your world. I don't know if you saw, but we're celebrating our little boy coming home today from his ear operation. He also, so you can actually see a little bit here, right there. You can see this bald patch where they had to shave his, he's embarrassed about his shaved patch. So he came home with this precious little green bandage on it. It looks like a little cast. And but he whatchamacallit, within like 2 minutes of being home, it was gone. I don't even know where it is. He was like at the door, ready to go run around the hall minutes after getting home. I think he was just sort of putzing around trying to do normal things. And you cut his head off. Yes, and we resecured it using this cone, actually. It's perfect.
It's like
It's
Dumb and Dumber.
brilliant. No, there is still a fully functioning head inside the cone, I promise.
Can we sell it to the blind kid in 4C?
But so he goes out into the hallway to want to go tootle around, but he's like, step wobble, fall over, look around, get up, wobble, flop, look around. He's still very loopy sauce. But he was up for a little bit earlier. If you guys were, those of you who were watching here, God damn you. We like his
This is
head.
the cute cat.
This is the cute one. We love his head. You should see his eye right now, though, because his inner lid is like up and crazy. It looks nuts. It looks like his eye is going that way. J-Nat, thank you for this. Says, try with a sword. I have the flu. I'll just.
Boom. That really is a great scene too.
The thing is, I've always heard that the official version was he was sick, but I've always heard that the low-key version was he was just really hungover. And I'm trying to remember where I heard that first.
Was it your phone call?
But it was somewhere. What?
With Richard Chew?
It might have been, honestly. It might have been, or that might have been a place that confirmed it, because I think I'd heard it before that. But it was like, it was some place, wherever I had heard it from, it was like a person who would have known, it was from a source that would have known.
I'd believe it.
Oh, for
the
sure.
only reason I'm like, I also don't question the official one too much is because
everyone got sick.
Well, it's like
I remember
John
that.
Rhys Davies was supposed to be written out of the film, but
Yeah.
he puked on himself and they just. Yeah, because I can't believe Saul was supposed to die. That would have sucked.
That would have been terrible.
Because Last Crusade wouldn't work without Sala, Marcus, Indy, and Henry. Because it's like you have two dad figures, and then you have this like familial whatever.
Yeah.
Like this brotherhood, which is
Yeah.
cool too. That's a weird franchise that like you have the girl like Marion, but you also when you get the Last Crusade, you don't have that because Elsa. The twist is she's the bad
just
guy.
a femme fatale. She's just a femme fatale basically, and she
So-
and they get rid of her, with still a lot of with like get rid of her, but they expose her with plenty of the time of the movie left.
I'd say
I'd say
the
third of the way through.
I'd say a third of the way through. There's more than half of the movie left when you know.
When you find
because
out,
Castle
yeah.
Grunwald is
Around the half.
maybe half if we're being
Maybe
super
half.
generous. Because you got to remember the first 15 minutes
It's all a
are
flashback.
young Indy, and then there's the whole.
And then they have to
boat
go into the
fight.
regular opening,
Yeah.
and then into the the regular hook, and then into the
See, I will give that one credit though. Unlike a later Star Wars movie, that knows how to keep adding. Like Indy, actually, Star Wars and Indiana Jones are like kind of the reverse, where Star Wars kept adding to the endings and made them bigger and bigger and bigger. Indy added to the openings. Yes, you can argue there's no bigger opening than the temple in the opening of the first one, but
mean. Yeah, no, I was like,
I feel like what I really want to show on the stream, but not
what?
because he's here.
Oh,
I know he's talked to Anna about it.
you should just send it to him.
I will.
But no, that's fun. So, Ethan, if you are listening, you might want to participate in Mad Libs. So it is Mad Libs o'clock. Doxy Mom, I'm sorry, but she's been waiting for the Mad Libs. The World of Mad Libs. Now she's ready to go to bed. If you want to hang out, I swear to God, we're doing our Mad Libs right now. I swear to God. So, for those of you who aren't familiar, first of all, if you haven't pressed the like button, make sure you do it. I don't know if we ever got to those 100 likes or not, but
so
we're
close.
11 shy. So
Or Batman 89.
if you haven't press the like button now. Second of all, if you're not familiar with how we do Mad Libs on this channel, most of you are at this point. Every third word is going to go to the chat. So when we give you the suggestion, we'll give it to you before we fill in ours. Just shoot them out rapid fire, since there is only a couple of us. We'll go through this pretty quickly, and we will, if we'll take whatever chat. So even if your suggestion is amazing, if it doesn't come quick enough, we may have already grabbed one and moved on. That said, super chats supersede the general pool of suggestions. If it doesn't fit for the one we're soliciting at that moment, we will just plug it in somewhere else. So we take suggestions from everybody because we love you all and we value your input, but we also like money. So everyone gets a noun to start. So chat, y'all are working on a noun, so are we.
Pancake.
I was hoping you would go with shit because I was going to go with pancake for mine then.
Then fine, shit.
Okay.
Shit, yeah, pancake.
So,
Sweet Pea's
Sweet Pea's so here for those. But yeah. All right, noun's o'clock. Someone's rolling a shopping cart now.
With a stereo? That seems about right for this neighborhood.
Yep. Fucking
Ooh.
Bolt 2 says Mean Gene Okerlund, best interviewer.
Fuck yeah, he was. Oh my god. Rest in peace, Mean Gene. That was
Who's that?
sad. One of the best. Oh, you've never seen him. He's a wrestling guy. Okay, so when you think of wrestlers, just give me 3 attributes of wrestlers.
Buff.
Yeah. That's a good enough answer. You stop right there.
I was going to say buff, gruff, and tough.
That's fine. Long story short, Mean Gene Okerlund was maybe 5'7" or 5'8". He's this little guy, balding head, mustache, microphone, best voice ever. He used to interview all the wrestlers. And so all the wrestlers that's how the stories were told. You would go to, like, you guys would have a feud, and you'd go to, like, Mean Gene Okerlund, and, like, he would interview and ask you questions, and it would basically elaborate on the story. Like, but when you did this 6 weeks ago at Survivor Series, what were you thinking when you betrayed your partner? And then Macho Man would explain why he betrayed Hulk Hogan, and then blah, 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 and go back. But this was, like, the only guy for a while, and it was, like, super iconic. So he was just constantly there. So everyone knew. He had an action figure. He held the microphone, Jesse. That's all he ever did. Like, he got in the ring, never really wrestled, but, like,
Hey,
he was that popular.
Ethan
God, his voice was great.
Ethan makes a compelling point.
I miss streaming with Ethan.
I do too.
This is the kind of shit you never think about.
This is true.
Like,
this is very true. We did talk about although I will say, independently of this, we did have a discussion at one point early in the pandemic. I remember somewhere with people about how funny it is that literally the only thing that Batman doesn't cover is the one thing you're supposed to. And then separately of that, remember earlier when this was first starting to happen, we talked about how cool it would be to try to find a face covering that was Bane patterned to look like you had a Bane face mask. So,
now, if you were going to get that, would you get the Bane face mask from the cartoon, the Tom Hardy version, or the Batman and Robin version?
I feel like the Tom Hardy version, because that's just going to look the coolest in the real world. You know, that's the only reason.
Yeah. Now, the rule is if you wear it, you have to speak like Bane.
Of course.
Ooh, a porta potty.
Now, we had some great suggestions like porta potty or Gina Carano or Gina Carano or Gina Carano.
Gina Carano is awesome, but Mean Gene Okerlund is cooler.
Or Asgard or Valhalla or Pussy.
Yes.
Thanks, old school Jeremy.
Remind me to tell you about the Pussy t-shirt off air.
Okay. All right, guys. Y'all get a number next. Chat's working on a number.
You know what I would do if I was Ethan?
What?
I would draw a series of anti-Batman PSAs about how he's not COVID appropriate because he's done it officially, professionally, just like put those out as a troll job because it's him, it's his work. Everyone could piece it together because it's official DC quality. Like, he could just fuck with the world right now. Like, I would do that. If I would just
be incredible.
Just a series of like Batman. Now, is Batman?
Don't be like Batman. Wear a mask.
It's the fucking campaign of the Joker. He's wearing a mask.
Or it's Bane campaigning against Batman.
That's true. You could. Sorry, my brain went to. There could be a story where the whole COVID thing, and somebody starts selling like really great COVID masks. It's a plan by the Joker to give everybody Smilex gas. And so the story ends with all these fucking COVID masks, and everyone's got a big grin, and you're laughing. That'd be a cool image. Your smile breaks through the mask. Never mind, we'll talk about that later. I was getting into the whole story.
I feel like this is a story you should not write until the pandemic is over.
I'm never going to write it because I'm never going to work. I want to make my own books. I never want to write Batman.
I'm just saying, like, this would be a terrible story to have right now because you would just have people actually believing that was a
But you know what the best part is? It would be better than whatever the fuck they're printing right now.
All right. JNat gives us a suggestion which will not work for this number. However,
well, actually, he says, Jeff, the Von Erichs, we could play a game. We could play the Von Erichs number game. How many are still alive? The answer is 1. Never mind.
Is he just? It was. I didn't know. Is he trying to make you a suggestion? To make this a suggestion, or is he just trying to tell you something?
No, that's a suggestion.
Okay.
Because the Von Erichs was a very famous
I was
wrestling
like, no
family,
idea. Okay.
and
So-
most of them are dead from really tragic. Like one guy got, I think, electrocuted as a child.
So, the Von Erichs would be a plural noun.
Then that should be a plural noun.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Perfect. So thank you. It's in now. So is okay. There we go. Thank you, JNat, for the suggestion. This is one of those ones where like this is working out.
Oh man, I have
Really-
Sauron knows how to code. You know what that says in binary? I
don't.
can't even say those words on air right now.
You have no idea what it says either.
You have no clue.
I know that you don't know.
And I know that you think that you know that I don't know, but I actually do know that you're wrong.
I know that you don't know.
And I still know what you did last summer. So
Yeah,
What?
you a lot,
yeah,
quite
same
a
thing
few
with
times.
this summer.
This same as this summer, same as all subsequent summers until we are dead.
Until we are dead.
Until we are dead.
Oh,
Thank you. Oh, Rachel Rido's here. What's up, my dude?
Rigid Rhino.
Welcome. He's got the fist bump.
What up, dude?
Thank you for the fist bump. We were just at Mad Libs o'clock and excited for the return of our little boy. Who was,
He's
getting
knocked
his
out.
little ear surgery today. Fuck Google 2 says underrated George the Animal Steel. Did you ask people to name wrestling people for something to
No.
tell you wrestling names of things, or
It's
are
just
they all telling you
the
once?
Mean Gene Okerlund thing just sparked that love of the late '80s wrestling. George the Animal Steel was this big burly guy. He had a hairy back and he didn't really speak. I think he'd go nice like this. Anyway, long story short, his gimmick was he was this animal. He would like bite the turnbuckle and it would like rip foam out and shit. And he had a crush on the Macho Man's wife. It was weird.
That does sound weird.
Yeah.
So we asked
folks, you
you
should
guys-
just one night when we do Mad Libs, they should just all send in old wrestler super chats and just fuck with your thing.
This
It's
is
like
terrible.
we need a number. The Killer Bees. And they're like, what does that even mean? Diesel.
So are we gonna take 666 or are we taking 69? We did get a second on 69.
I think-
so.
We should also use 11/18/91. All
Oh,
one.
it's your birthday.
Yeah, I think we should use that for Sweet Pea.
All right, I'm gonna take the whole number. I'm gonna turn it into a full number though.
God.
Happy 32
Nine.
minutes to your birthday. Probably your birthday wherever you are. So happy birthday, Sweet Pea. Happy birthday, Sweet Pea.
Woo!
You are almost exactly. It's only 10 days till my birthday. Shit, as of Wednesday. You are almost exactly a year younger than me. Because I am 11/28/1990. So
And I'm not.
well, I'm Chevy Chase, and
Thank you.
you're not. So that's fine
Read my
too.
mind.
So 11,181,991 is our number. in
That's
honor
a
of Sweet Pea.
lot of anything.
And happy birthday! So let's get some happy birthdays in the chat for Swipe Pie. Let's get some happy birthdays. That's fuck Google's phone number, so just call him.
No, that's Jenny's phone number.
And it is Jenny's number. I'm pretty sure that number was discontinued across the board
Because of that, so, yep.
because of that. Like people who had that number just said fuck it.
If
and
you're
then they
gonna
just
write a
discontinued it.
middling '80s hit, why not write the greatest song about a phone number ever?
Why not accidentally
great.
dox a bunch of people who aren't Jenny?
I would love to go if I could time travel. I'd go to 1985 if they hadn't discontinued the number yet. Because I think the song's from '82. No, you go back to like when the song's brand new and you start doing it, or if you're the time traveler, you got a couple weeks before the song drops and you start doing it to like somebody with that phone number. And be like, there's going to be this song that's going to have this phone number.
No,
You
what
need to
you
change
do is
it.
you just call the number and you just go before like 2 weeks before the song's out. You just go Jenny, and just do that a whole bunch of times to get a bunch of people to do it to
But
them.
If it's some old lady, I couldn't sleep at night. I would feel so terrible because she'd be watching
Like,
her
just
like Tammy Faye
imagine-
Baker. She's
And
like,
then this fucking song comes on though. That song becomes this huge fucking hit, and then like maybe you don't even hear it at first, and like 6 months later, you're like, and then you fucking can't remember if you were getting those phone calls before or after the song came out, and you're like, what the fuck? No, what I would do that is
What is
What
this
I would
called?
do-
Gaslighting?
Yes. Gaslighting is what I would
Not a
do
senior citizen.
is
though.
I would go back further. I would just get that phone number, and when someone called and is like, "Hey, is this Jenny?" I'd be like, "Yes, this is she." I'd be like, "Well, I got your number," and like I go back into the song, and whatever.
From the bathroom wall. Thanks.
Well, yeah, exactly. I go back into the song, and I pull all the details. I'd be like, this play. Because I remember, did they tell you exactly where it was supposed to be? They do any of the details of where it is or what it is, or any other details the song gives. Though basically, that's what I would do. Is I would have these weird, but then I'd have a whole story made up that incorporated, but like subtly incorporate, like where the song details weren't the whole important part, but where like there's some whole elaborate backstory to me leaving my number on the wall and whatnot and shit that only I know, and I'm like, oh my god, how did you find my number and all this, and then pretend, dude, you can catch in so much fame too. It'd be like, I did write my number on a wall somewhere, then trigger everyone looking for this number somewhere in the world. And like get all this fame and get interviewed and be like, I don't know why they wrote this song. Like, I guess they just saw this number on a wall.
It's the craziest coincidence ever.
What a crazy coincidence, exactly. And it turns out the fucking time, there is actually like, because they probably did. They honestly somebody fucking stared at that number while they were taking a shit, and were like 8675309, kind of has a cool ring to it. All right,
it's the
Jen,
greatest phone number ever.
like, it's just. I mean, only because someone wrote a song. Like, it could have been any number, and we would remember it equally. He literally just says
911 911.
Seriously, I mean, 4832
698.
The only reason it's literally a random string of numbers. 8675309 is only catchy because somebody wrote it into the song. There's nothing special about that number. It is literally 8675309. It doesn't even repeat anything. There's no repetition. There's no obvious pattern. There's no reference.
Is that what's special about that?
It is random as shit. No, because probably a billion people.
Trillion?
Probably a trillion people on this earth have a purely random.
A quintillion number of people. Just like the Nintendo Switch sold 40 billion units in its first year. And Happy Gilmore is the greatest film of the 21st century.
Because the anyway. I got to start because I read Dr. Alex's super chat, and I feel like we missed an opportunity to make this Bush's temporary nickname when he did that to you. I feel like it's never too late though. Split. A split. That's what we're gonna call him whenever he has a diarrhea again.
Oh, tPancake. You look so cute.
Yeah. So tired.
So how many weeks do we have to keep the cone on?
Oh, it's not gonna be a week's thing. It'll be a day's thing.
Part of me just wants him to keep it on, so we'll never mistake which cat it is.
Yeah, you want to see the weapon of mass destruction he's gonna become when he's not stoned and wearing it?
Oh yeah, we're probably gonna wake up dead tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to give him his pain meds before he goes to bed, and hopefully that should keep him pretty chilled out all night. But that'll be a great indicator, because we know this boy's not shy. That'll be a great indicator of when it's time for more pain pills, when he starts fucking breaking everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we'll know if he's feeling it again. Not you. How's your ear? You look crazy.
777-931.
See, we're just doxing himself now. Everyone, just post your phone numbers right here. Just post your phone number or a random phone number.
I was gonna say my first best friend's phone number because it was really similar to my first one.
And we will sing them all. If you post a 7-digit phone number in the chat right now, we're gonna sing it to the tune of 8675309. Is that actually what that song is called? Or I know it has a name. Yeah. Is it called?
It's the number and then in parentheses Jenny.
It is the phone number. Is the actual name of the song though? Okay.
Not every number like that works, because if you start with 7, it's too many syllables in the pattern that you're singing.
7777777.
That's too much.
It sounds retarded.
Yeah, it's too. But 7, you really can't start with 7s. Like I was just thinking about that. Like
yeah, you can. 7320 614.
I think it just throws it off.
7321604.
8572
blah
9999999
6666969. See?
Poop. And literally anything could sound like that song. Here's my cell phone. It is black.
In the meantime, guys, you're actually going to work on another number. So just keep doing.
Oh,
So we're gonna sing all your phones. Just send phone to more of these phone numbers. We'll sing them, and whichever one we are the most entertained by singing aloud, we'll put into the.
by the
loud
way,
ones.
when I looked over and all I see was shit pussy.
So an adjective, Jeff.
Shitty.
We already have shit in
Fine.
here.
This isn't the South Park movie. An adjective. How about burly? We've never used that one before.
Burly. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna take polyp for my noun. Polyp. All right. Okay, same adjective, same noun. All right. That's the thing. So 5 5 5 1 2 1 2
5 fo fee 5 fee fo 5.
7 6 2 wait 7 6 7 I couldn't read it.
Yeah.
7 6 7 2 6 1 6.
Do you want to call one?
What?
Just call one of these numbers? Fuck it. I'm gonna use the LA area code. What is it?
You can use 310.
All right,
It's the main LA.
310. Oh shit.
listening.
75183.
Just ask, is this Jenny? If they answer.
Wait, that has too many numbers in it. Greg.
7518391.
What number is that?
Is he Canadian?
I guess so. Wait, we know who he is. Oh, because we're Amazon.
That's true.
Okay, I'm just going to pick another number. I'm picking the 767 one.
I like 5551212 for singing, actually.
Yeah, sick. What was the other one?
And 505050 5551212.
Yeah, you guys ready to hear 7672616?
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or...
Well, that was anticlimactic.
That was awesome, though. Of all the fucking numbers, you think we're gonna get some old lady at 11 o'clock at night? We're sorry. Oh, thanks.
Thank God.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
10, 9, 8, 6.
5551212 is information. There you go. 5557737. That one's pretty obnoxious to try to do. Polyps in my brain made me do it. Don't get any brain polyps here. No brain polyps. All right. I pick 7672616.
That's the best one. Hello, Los Angeles FBI office. That'd be hilarious if that's who it was.
767. What was it? 1626. I was just thinking about it because 2616 used to be popcorn, so you could find out the current local time. Neat.
We're sorry, Jenny is out of service. You know what? That should have been. I'm going to steal that one.
Yeah.
When they are done with 80s nostalgia and pop culture, that's going to be a sign that says, sorry, Jenny is out of service. And that's how we end 80s pop culture nostalgia. That doo-doo-doo. And no one ever references it. How fucked up would that be? What a great ending to it.
You just bury every 80s reference forever. All right. So, chat, you are now working on a verb ending in ing. Jeff, you have an adverb.
Let's see. How about daintily?
Daintily.
Spastic. Like somebody's colon, Han.
All right, let's change this one up. I have a number as well. We already have 2 gigantic numbers in here. So what about 0.00306?
Same percentage chance of me falling in love with Brie Larson.
That seems just frightfully high.
Fair enough.
Shadzar is, I think, really he kind of Helen Keller this one. Remember Helen Keller was always the trump card for Apples to Apples? If you ever played that game as a kid.
I played Apples to Apples once, and I threw it off a balcony.
Right, I forgot out about that. So for the rest of us who played Apples to Apples as children and made it our job to try to make it as horrible as humanly possible before someone went ahead and invented Cards Against Humanity, Helen Keller was usually the trump card because it was usually the funniest thing no matter what.
At that age, that's, oh my God, it's like, Helen Keller! And you start laughing. Then you get older and you're like, we were fucked up.
Honestly, though, for Apples to Apples, it was really hard to beat Helen Keller as your noun. As your yeah.
Well, our pumpkin goes out tomorrow.
Yeah, it looks like it's changing shape.
That's why I just don't want to see it anymore.
It's just like, it's so weird because it doesn't look like it's deflating like pumpkins usually do. It looks like it's just changing shape.
Yeah, it's going that way now.
It's
What if we bought like a gremlin style plant where we fucked up?
Like, what if it's just been growing this whole time and we didn't realize it?
Write that down as a story idea. It's very Jordy Verrill like, but
I was thinking Little Shop of Horrors. Maybe it's just alive and growing. I'm uncomfortable by the prospect that it might be growing. It shouldn't be.
no,
It should be dead. We're not
Never
throwing it
gonna
out
buy it.
tomorrow.
We're
We're throwing it out as soon as the stream is over because I don't like mutant creatures in my apartment.
fair enough. Go on a
Um,
little adventure.
anyway, we got a lot of great verbs like tooting, rooting, reaping. Ooh, that's a good one. Bombing, genuflecting. But it's really gonna be hard. Fondling. How do I pass up honey dicking though?
You can't. That's a WCBS original.
I know.
That'll be a t-shirt design. I actually have really great ones. Maybe you should put a couple out before Christmas. People can get those right away.
Yeah,
I'll do that this week.
you should do that. All right. So chat, you guys are now working on nothing because that was it. Thank you. From you guys, we are working on. You have a plural noun.
Thoughts.
Like thoughts or like
thoughts like I'm having in my head. Like I just think it'd be funny because it's
Sure.
if it's out of context, it could just be really funny.
Absolutely. I get an animal, so I'm gonna go with mongoose. Mongoose. Because that's a mongoose. He's a cat, but also a mongoose.
Motorboating, yeah.
All right,
It's the
guys.
national pastime. Jeff Hicks.
You ready to hear the quest of an aspiring archaeologist?
I forgot this was indie related. I thought this was adult Mad Libs after a while. My brain goes back to, oh God, here comes the sexiness.
All right, guys.
All right, here we go.
We all know that when Indiana Jones was just a young shit, he found the pancake of Coronado on a pussy scout trip.
I'm a pussy.
He was a pussy scout. Of course he was.
I like how you're enamored by the whole pussy scout. Like he found this pancake on a pussy, and I'm just like,
Pussy.
what?
Nope, on a pussy scout trip.
Okay.
Well, we all know that. So we started over. Well, we all know that when Indiana Jones was just a young shit, he found the pancake of Coronado on a pussy scout trip. But did you know that he also searched for the long lost sacred burly polyp when he was only 11,181,991 years old?
Yes, he's old.
He first heard about the burly polyp in history class. Apparently, the object had been lost in the desert 7,600,072,616 years ago.
Wow.
So-
what? How many years ago? Just the first part.
7 million.
7 million. Okay, we're good. Then the dinosaurs were dead.
So the funny thing is, he first heard of this object when he was 11 million years old. So the object he was alive. In fact, he had been alive for 7 million years and such, or 4 million, almost 4 million years prior to the object being lost.
It was his.
So
He lost it. He's looking for it. That's what the whole movie is. He's just an older mortal and he's looking for his burly polyp. He lost his shit. He lost his burly polyp. Oh, I love Indiana Jones.
And anyone who tried to find it daintily disappeared. At least they
Convenient.
disappeared daintily. It's better than disappearing messily, I guess.
Or shittily.
Or surely Indiana knew what he had to do.
What do you have to do?
As soon as school let out, he set off to find it.
Oh, shit.
Obviously.
That was good.
After walking 0.00306 miles into the desert. He didn't even take a step. And over the Von Erichs.
Do you want me to read how they died? One guy lost his foot in a motorcycle accident, and so he wrestled with the fake foot with his boot. Anyway, keep going.
So after walking 306 miles
In the desert.
in the desert and over the Von Erichs.
It hurts.
He
Right
entered a dark cave where the relic was said to be honey dicking.
Wait, it wasn't there.
It wasn't long before he found it, but unfortunately, it was clamped in the thoughts of a grizzly mongoose. How do you get it out of the thoughts of a mongoose?
You just don't. You don't.
Even though Indiana thought the artifact should be in a museum, he decided to let sleeping mongoose lie. I'm sorry. Sleeping mongoosin lie. Sleeping mongoosin lie. There we go.
Apparently, the ISR just scared their cat.
By laughing, probably. You're as young as you feel. I feel 11,181,991 years
Hey.
old.
It's not the age; it's the miles.
Plump pipe only got 0.00306.
Yeah, that's why he was a little kid when he's doing it. That's like Baby Yoda. You know, he's a little kid. He's 50. Indiana Jones. Yeah, he's 11 million years old. But he's only got 0.3 miles on him.
That's fine.
0.003
You
miles.
0.03 miles. That's like, you know, the old lady that has like a sports car, but she only drove it to church on Sundays, and she sells it for like $250 because you look like a good, nice boy.
Yeah, and you find out that it has like 100 miles total on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, what the shit?
You're
Even
like,
though it's 12 years
I was
old.
just
So you're
thinking like $1 million car.
so like you've actually owned this car long enough for it to be vintage, but since you never use it, it's still in prime condition. This is incredible. People would pay gajillions of dollars to own this car and restore it to this condition. And here you have been keeping it
What would
oiled by
you-
taking it to
what
and
would
from
you
church every day
do
for 40 fucking
in
years.
this situation, would you sell the car?
It depends on the car. It all depends on the car for me. Like cars are one of those things. Remember we talked earlier about like you love any, you can love any dog, but you want to own one that's cute. With the cars, like I can appreciate a quality car of any make or model, but there's a certain aesthetic I like, and I'm not going to own a car if it's not that aesthetic.
What if it was one muscle car?
Huh?
What if it was one muscle car?
Again, it depends on the body, but
What's the
probably.
old Challenger?
Yeah, definitely. I would keep an old Challenger. I really like them. Or an old Charger. I mean, because I like the other thing is the Challenger's not that old. The old Charger looks like the new Challenger, so I like the old Chargers. But yeah, like an old Charger, 100%. Michael Weston Charger. I'd take a Michael Weston Charger.
The best story about a car that was found is a guy who found an Aston Martin DB5 in a barn, and it was covered, and the guy got it real cheap.
I heard that story.
It was like, you got a James Bond car from a barn. Like, what farmer bought a sports car in the 60s and thought, I'm going to drive this up and down the road like 007, and then never did.
And then just
died.
Whatever.
They go home and they cry.
We are just a few likes away from the 100, guys. So if you are here and you have not yet pressed the like button, we'll just give it another minute. See if we can get a few more pressures of the like button to tip us over that hundy.
Yeah, 4 more folks.
And then we'll get our Corona kiss ready and say goodnight to y'all.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to have some dinner.
I'd like to have some any food.
Your breakfast?
Breakfast.
I'm just scared about the bed. Where are we gonna sleep? The rock's taking up all that space. Actually, it's funny. It's that, but there's also like equal amounts of other stuff from that table there too.
We'll be fine. I just have to move some stuff.
All
All right.
From Beyond the Grave? Oh shit. I didn't realize we had that kind of a reach.
All right.
Thank you, Ian.
So, we love you all. You guys are all wonderful. Thank you for being here. Much love to the Mindless Mob, forever and always. And we're gonna go take care of our little boy. Thank you guys for your support. Also, oh yeah, one more time. I'm gonna post the link for the GoFundMe because it is we were already struggling. I was already struggling to cover Lando's vet bills for his bladder issues. This was a nearly $2,000 procedure that I'm, was able to make sure we could do today, but that puts things like rent in 2 weeks in a certain amount of jeopardy. And then we also have the looming specter of a follow-up procedure that would be more than twice as costly as this one if the polyp grows back. So all of these things are the axe over my head right now, and I'm trying to, because I also have a birthday in 10 days, and I would like to be able to have one this year. And if I don't know if I can, buy food to eat, I can't really do nice celebratory things. So I would, if you can spread this around and help get a little bit of support for the kitty. I don't want to be in a situation, if it grows back, also to have to postpone a procedure or something because, money is a factor. So I'm hoping right now, I'm really going to push hard on this too, because I'm hoping I want that covered. And then if, we get to that point where it's looking like it's not coming back and I can feel good about that, I can take that extra, $5,000+ if we can save enough, that would be over $5,000 to prepare for the possibility of this follow-up surgery. If that doesn't happen, that's all money that I can give back to other animals in need. So anything that you or anyone can give to this campaign, if it goes in excess of what is needed for the bills, or if we are fortunate and don't need this follow-up surgery, then it'll all go to animals in need. So thank you guys for being here. We had a lot of fun tonight too. It was really fun. It was just what we needed at the end of a great second half to what started as a very stressful day. And thank you for being here. Thank you everyone for your support. Happy early birthday, Ayasaran. If you're back on Thursday, we'll wish you happy birthday then too, because we'll be getting, crisscrossing into 11:20 territory by the time zones. So happy almost birthday to Eye of Sauron. Happy birthday to Sweet Pea. Thanks for kicking it off with us. Hope the rest of your birthday is amazing. Eye of Sauron, if we don't see you on Thursday, I hope yours is as well. Come back for the matriarchy at 2:00 tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
tPancake willing, I'll show him off a little again. We'll see how he's doing tomorrow. We were told to expect a pretty much return to form by tomorrow morning. Less any irritation or stuff caused by the ear. So, but in terms of energy and eating and whatnot, he should be good to go. So, Sweet Pea, I do too, and thank you so much for all of your, concern for tPancake and support and whatnot. I hope your day is absolutely amazing. And just be grateful you're not getting shafted with the 30th in COVID times. So, but yeah. So awesome possum, amazing, and hooray. I love you all. And to all, a wonderful, wonderful evening. Oh, and before I say God Empress out, remember, practice makes growing.